We are the Hebrew Israelites coming out here another weekend to prophesy the downfall of Esau Edom and his kingdom, all right, and the downfall of America, Babylon the Great. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rekakodash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to the believers in the Akim that are doing the work in sincerity and truth. Greetings and blessings. We're out here another weekend. We're going to continue in the spirit of prophecy. Okay, we got a lot of things going on in the earth right now. We got North Korea acting up. We got war. Okay, the theater of war that's popping off. Okay, we got of course the main topic right now, the hot topic. You know, we got the Israelites waking up. We got Amalek. You know, we're at war with Amalek. He's war. You know, it's in the spiritual war, in the spiritual sense. You know, they're bringing out their enchantments and their witchcraft through their main source, which is the media. Okay, and they're fighting against the truth, against the Hebrew Israelites. They're trying to suppress it. Okay, but the more they're doing, the more they do, it's like the more they get exposed.
That's right.
You know, the more they show themselves for who they truly are. They're showing their true colors. They're showing that everything that the people are saying, it is true. Okay, everything that's been said about them is true. Okay, and they don't like it. They're trying to suppress it. Okay, they're fighting against the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, they're trying to overthrow the counsel of the Lord, which is part of the counsel is to awake the elect. The elect. And that's happening right now, but they're trying to suppress that. You got something?
It's 2 Ezra chapter 6 and 28. I'm gonna start at 27. It says, "For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared."
The truth, the truth has been so long without fruit. Why? Because the men of sin, the people who are in power, who took over the world in the Renaissance era, okay, they came back to deceive the nations. They came back to spread lies. They covered the faces of the judges, okay, the main judges being the Israelites, and then the Lord, whom they painted as a damn Edomite, a hippie. Okay, whose real name is Yahushai, the Heavenly Father, whose real name is Yahweh, and the heavenly bodies, the angels. You know, that the lies that Esau Edom has spread, they've covered the whole earth. Okay, it says, I think it's 2 Ezra, I think it's like 6 or 7, or one of those chapters where he goes great oppression and great deceit, something like that. When it says I would sit down and I would speak to that ego. You know what I'm talking about?
11, I mean 12. It says 2 Ezra.
Yeah, it's the 2 Ezra. So I'll remember right now. But yeah, for a great time, you know, lies were what's dominated the earth. That was the main power source of these people, you know. But now we're in the times where the spirit is returning to the sons of God. All right, the spirit of truth is returning to the earth. Yeah. Okay, now the spirit is returning to the sons of the Most High. So with that comes the truth. Okay, the truth of who we are and who you are. Okay, you're no longer able to hide. Okay, you got something?
I got something. This is the book of Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. And that knowing the time and that now is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed.
God, and we're also being sent out here to warn our people, you know, to warn you of the impending doom that's coming to the earth. Hey, the Lord is about to unleash his wrath, you know, and his wrath is going to fall on the heathen. It's going to fall it's going to fall on 2/3 of our people that just can't get it right. You know, it's going to fall on Esau Edom, of course. You know, the Lord is about to bring mass destruction and judgments to the world. You know, it says, woe unto the world, you know? Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth, you know? The Bible, the scriptures constantly warn us about what's coming to the earth in these latter days. So we're out here to send out that warning, you know, sound the alarm, and that it's time to awake, you know?
Yeah, I want to add on to what you said, because I was holding the same precept. And what came to mind when I was holding it was basically what you said, as well as now it's time for you 2/3 to wake up. And I hate to say it that way. It's time for you other 1/3 to wake up is what I'm saying. That's still in that 2/3 mind state.
Yeah.
That's still in that sleep mind state. So part of that alarm that's being rung is to wake up the elect. Part of that alarm that's being rung is the truth coming out about who you are, and for you to be those people. That means the people that say they are the people that we're learning that we are, can't be those people. And then when you start measuring the characteristics and the prophecies, you start seeing the truth is coming out that they're not those people, man.
Right.
They have no major events in history. The common thread of every civilization on earth goes back to our people being mingled in.
Right.
They can't even deny it in the movies, but what do they do in the movies? They put themselves in there, but they leave clues with curly-haired white people, with beards and all of that. That's our people, man.
Even Amalek tells you in the movie Amistad, man.
Yeah.
You know, Jake was saying Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh.
Uh-huh.
And they got Hebrew, what's the other one? Cheers to the Sun.
Yep.
He said, was it Prince of Hebrew King or some shit?
Yeah.
You know, so Amalek put little gems
Yep.
for you Jakes in the movies, man.
Yeah.
But you Jakes, you just so far gone, and so far, basically, Esau just fucking trains your mind not to pick out the truth.
Right.
You know?
They'll watch the whole movie and
Yeah.
never catch those scenes.
Yeah.
They'll catch the action, but they never catch that other part.
Yeah, it's like it.
Like good.
I'm sure when this Wakanda shit come out,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's little gems in that too.
Yeah.
For you Jakes to, but
wake
you
up
Jakes
to.
ain't gonna pick up on it.
It was some of the first. The first thing that he said was, "Nah, bury me." That's the first thing he said. Nah, don't bury me. Throw me in the ocean.
Kill them.
Kill them. Throw me in the ocean with the rest of my people that died on the ships.
Yeah.
That show you right there.
Right. And now this word has gone out. Now this word is going global. It's been going global, but now it's being put on the spotlight. You know, so our people are they're gonna be without excuse. Okay, when everything is said and done, our people, they had the opportunity to repent. You know, they were given the opportunity to get right.
Yep.
They can't say that the Lord didn't warn them. Okay, the prophets have been out here for decades. Okay, and now the truth is going mainstream. So it is time to awake out of sleep. You know, it's time to put away the silly games, the folly, okay, and everything that that our people are engulfed in. It's time to put that shit to the side, man. Okay.
I want to finish this for that last scripture for this brother. Back in Romans chapter 13 and verse 12, the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness.
And that's this covering cast that this man has lied about who we are and about who he is. That's time. That's the light is being shown on that right now. The conversation that these guys, whether it's was really only Kanye, really. But now other people are starting to speak up and say little bits here and there. And some people, like even Patrice O'Neal, said a few things. And that guy's already dead, but they, certain people saying things that's exposing the truth about these people.
Right.
They're trying to be super PC, but if you understand the situation, you can pick up on what they're really saying. Now,
You got to read between the lines on a lot of things that is being said, because and it's really, it goes back to being spiritual.
Yep.
When we see things, when we see news articles, we can read between the lines because we look at things with a spiritual eye versus a carnal eye.
and we're looking for prophecy,
Right.
in history. Now the difference with a lot of these other guys that they don't understand, that they don't want to see this because they're happy with the situation that they're living in currently. And we know for a fact there's nobody, whether you're rich, wealthy, whatever, you're not happy living the way that you're living. This life is not all right for our people.
Right.
All right, so now it's time to wake up, and you're gonna go through worse situations. This is what has to happen to get to where we need to be at. Okay, so this is a good thing, but our people gonna act like it's the worst thing ever. Why we leave Moses?
Yeah.
Why are these guys doing this? Got them persecuting everybody.
Right.
Their savior, this Christian guy, you know, talking shit about Yahweh Shai in the ministry he was setting up. Mad because the Babylon, you know, this is Babylon here, but ancient Rome, this is New Rome, is now persecuting the real Israelites. Well, this has to happen because history does repeat itself.
That's right.
So we know we got to go through this to get to the good scene, the good part of the movement, the end of the movement.
That's right.
The scriptures use the analogy of a woman going through childbirth.
Yeah.
You know, she having to go through, you know, the birth pains, which, you know, during the pinnacle of her pregnancy is when the pain is at its most severest. You know, and you know, that's the part of the labor where we're getting ready to come into. Because Jake is going to start getting persecuted behind this. The more this gains traction and more Jake start, you know, raising hell and waking up, Esau is going to take it up a notch because he's going to feel very threatened that, you know, Jake is coming back. Jake is waking up.
Because his lies ain't working no more, so he got to resort to the sword, right?
God, that's his, you know, that's always his final resort.
That's his default.
His default resort is to the sword. So, like the brother said, there's no new thing under the sun. When Yahweh Shai came and went after everything happened, there was a lot of Israelite followers, you know, a lot of Israelites that followed Yahweh Shai that was spreading the gospel. And it was nowhere you could go, all across the whole, from Jerusalem all the way to throughout Asia Minor, all the way into Greece, all them different
All the
provinces.
way past Rome.
There was
all
nowhere
that.
you could go without hearing Yahweh Shai and the gospel. So you know that messed with the psyche of, you know, the Romans.
Right.
And another fellow Israelites that was still in that Gentile state of mind.
Exactly.
So the persecution was heavy.
If I may, the perfect analogy of what you just said was in the Matrix. When he was walking him through with the woman with the red dress. He said, so, yeah, he was like, some people will fight and die to keep that system alive. Talking about this false lie. They want that lie to be true.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't want to wake up out of it. And it's harsh when you do wake up out of it, but it's rewarding if you're in the spirit. Okay? Right. A lot of people will fight to keep the structure that they've worked so hard, you know, they try to fight to keep it established. But this thing is meant to go down.
God, this is that Romans 3:3, man. It doesn't matter if they believe it or not.
Right.
You know, it's going down.
Yeah.
You know, it's going down. America is going down. You know, you can't save it, and you can't save yourself. You know, this place is going down. We're seeing the signs everywhere. The decay, you know, the decay of the people is just rampant, man. People are just out here just like zombies, you know? Exactly, you know?
It's like, I just seen a video, I think I shared it to our personal chat or whatever, with Andrew Tate. He's like, basically he said America sucks. He was ranting against America. He was like, man, the place don't look good. The attitude of the people's all messed up. Everything is just effed up around here. You don't even want to be around it. People have no self-pride and it's all fake. And I mean, he went off for a good 60 seconds. You know, that's a long time on that.
You can see it, but you can see it though, because the corruption that we used to be at the government level is reached down to the people. And the people can see the corruption. The people, you know, you got midterm elections coming up. Hey, niggas ain't gonna go vote. Only time they rouse you niggas up to vote is during the election year when they need you. They, you know what I mean? And that's just some con that they push out there. But you see the corruption within the government, and it's the people who are, even the Edomites, are their eyes are being opened to, like, you know, fuck this place. You know, and eventually when they start to really push these draconian laws, hey, people are gonna, hey, it's gonna be all sedition. It's gonna be sedition. It's gonna be it's anarchy out here. You know?
Yep. That's what we need. That's what we want. You know, that's what the scriptures say is going to happen. You know, this place is, the Lord is about to do, he's about to put plagues on this place. You know, he's about to plague this nation, you know, this land and these people, you know, for their wickedness. You know, there's no other reason for it. This place has done the most throughout here to the children of Israel and to the rest of the world. You know, and the people who are in power, they're so corrupt, man. There's these Edomites, man. They really gotta go.
Yeah.
You know, from Amalek to the Babylonian Edomite. You know,
Six pack, Budweiser, no Pabst Blue Ribbon drinking ass.
Daddy.
they're no better. They're wicked. They're just as bad. You know, and so the Lord is going to start bringing place to this place.
I gotta pray.
This is Genesis 49:9. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He is stooped down. He is crouched as a lion. And as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
This is a rouse up moment.
Yeah, this for the longest time, you know, Judah, you know, the head tribes were tamed. You know, Jake was tamed in this place. You know, like Jake was getting shot and killed like on a daily, like it's still happening. You know, everything that Esau wanted to do to our people, he got away with it.
But when they did it, before Jake would rise up and want to protest. Now Jake don't even, unless it's orchestrated by the left hand to rise up and protest and all that shit. Niggas get shot down every day. Jake don't even blink an eye. Like, okay, well, you know, glad it wasn't me.
But with this whole takeoff thing now, war on the streets.
Yeah.
One random nigga get killed, you know, rapper nigga get killed, war on the streets. Now there's gonna be war between Jay Princeton's camp and then the Migos money camp, and man, get the fuck, there's bigger things going on.
Right.
Who's gonna bank in on that? Who's gonna cash in on that? You know?
Right.
Who?
But they just beat Jake down where they don't even want to rise up no more. They're like, you know, Jake is just like the scripture just said. It's a lion that's crouched down like a lion in the zoo, where this motherfucker don't even growl no more. He just, you know, just walk around, drink some water, and go to sleep. Just like a lazy nigga.
Yeah.
Well,
You know what I mean?
You see how these bought and paid for entertainers is acting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
These are supposed to be your modern mighty men, gladiators, but these niggas is acting like they got their nuts tucked in their stomach when it comes to the true enemy.
Right.
Yeah.
When somebody comes out and finally stand on something and speak out, instead of standing with them and standing firm, you like, nah, that was stupid. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
You fucked it up for all of us.
Yeah.
Stop pissing Massa off. We don't want him to be pissed off at all of us. You know, we want to be able to eat, you know, the little crumbs that they give us without any worry.
They're saying what you need to do is you need to apologize.
You need to,
You need to do a public apology.
Go to anti-SIM card classes.
Training.
Yep.
You
They'll
know?
train you to, and that, you know that training is gonna be not just on the history. You know they're gonna. This is why you should never speak out about this. This is atrocious.
Basically, niggas just stay in line and you know, stay in order. Or next time it's gonna be worse.
Hey, all you would have to say is, have you been through Compton?
Right.
That's atrocious.
Right.
Today, not
Detroit,
70 years ago,
Yeah.
or whatever that was.
Chicago, you know, everywhere that the Israelites live, it's the worst. It's a hellhole. You know?
How about what was this? You leave us alone and shit.
So hey, but I've been going on social media. You're starting to see more and more people speak on this topic, and they're actually they're speaking out against you house niggas, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Shaq
Yeah.
and
Charles
what's his-
Barkley.
Charles Barkley and everybody who's
Shannon Sharp.
Charlemagne.
exactly.
Yep.
Hey, people are waking up to the fact that you are sellouts. You know.
But even though those people that's speaking out against, you know, the blatant coon niggas, you know, it's gonna come down to when this the C hip come out.
Yeah.
You know, that's when Jake gonna really have to make a decision. You know, that's gonna separate the coons for Esau and from the real men of the Lord.
The real infidels.
Yeah.
Because it's cool while it's trending
Yeah.
to hop on the wagon,
Yeah.
you know, and it's easier said than done. Oh man, I would stand up for, you know, I would stand up against these. Yeah, it's easier said than done, but you're not in Kyra's position.
Yeah.
You don't have millions in your bank account. You don't have all this endorsements, you know.
That's something to do.
Exactly. So it's easier said than done for the people that are waking up, for people to hop on the wagon. But when Esau really starts applying the pressure, you know, speaking of the MOTV, that's going to be the moment where the phonies are going to be separated from the real followers, you know.
I got to agree.
Joshua 24:15.
Yep.
And if I seem evil, and if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve.
And that day's coming. There's gonna be a cutoff date that everybody's gonna have to make that choice. You either believe or you don't. And if you don't, and even if you do, you're gonna go through some shit, but you're gonna get to see these miracles and these prophecies work out in your favor.
Right.
But if you don't, you know, it ain't persecution. This is just judgment.
Yeah.
Whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
Right.
And serving the Lord is what's really going to pay off in the end. You know, that's really going to pay off, you know, when it matters. Okay. So our people, they got to make a decision, you know, and everybody's, that day comes at a different time, you know, where you're forced with that decision to hey, do I really follow this? Do I really give my life to this? Or if you know, it's just another thing. It's just another face, you know? So it's now, but in these last days, the time is, you know, time is going by like this.
Jake don't got time. That's one thing they don't got. They don't got time. You know, because we always talk about, hey, we could be out of here by the end of next year. We always, you know, when the Pesach comes, hey, this could be our last one. We always speak of that. And hey, that's the statements that we make are, hey, they could surely come true within that year. And Jake thinks like, they think America. Jake think America. Jake,
It's the Air Force.
Jake think America is here to stay forever. Yo, this is just a temporary captivity, just like all the captivities we went through throughout the existence of Israel. So everything is here is temporal. Everything you see is temporal. This place is going to be destroyed, and that's what Jake got to get through their mind. The fucking America ain't forever. The NBA, the NFL, none of that shit's forever.
These niggas is pissed over sports.
This nigga is, you know, this nigga got this nigga making a decision.
Yeah.
On to playing basketball. That shit is, man, the NBA, they shut the NBA down for a pandemic. So that shit about to get shut down completely. Why you niggas trying to hold on to it?
But Amalek's just using that as an example, you know, because he knows that, the Amalek knows that these basketball players and these rappers, they have millions of followers, man. People look up to them, you know? So if you got a Jake that has millions of followers, and he starts speaking truth, you know, what do you think that we see in the results of that? You know, Esau is afraid. So what is he doing? He's fighting. You know, he don't want this truth to come out. You know, he don't want the people to wake up. So he's doing everything he can to suppress it, and he's making an example out of these celebrities. You know, you're gonna be a good boy. You know, or your ass is grass. You know, we can't delete you. You know, that's basically what's being said, and it's pretty open. It's pretty obvious what's being done.
Brother got a preset back here too.
Who got something? I got something real quick. It's for Jake's wicked ass. This is Isaiah 29:13. Wherefore the Lord said, for so much as his people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear towards me is taught by the precept of men.
And here's the crazy part. faith, when you really in the spirit of Yahweh Shema, your faith goes beyond this flesh.
Right.
Okay, but when it's taught by the precepts of men to have a level of faith, it stops before it gets to your flesh, because you don't want to die. Well, we understand through this word and the processes that the scriptures tell us that happen when you die. You don't actually die. Your spirit don't die. Your flesh dies. But so what?
Right.
So what? This flesh is terrible anyway. So understanding that you don't fear those things no more. This Bible has truly comforted us from all the worries of the world and of the flesh and of men and carnality. It takes all that away from you to where that's less you got to worry about. Now, my only job is to solely focus on pleasing Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
And Jake, Israel, hey, our people have been dying for all the wrong reasons, man, in this place.
But Jake ain't scared to die.
No.
The way they pull heat.
You know, they die over the dumbest reasons.
Jake is terrified to die.
That's why they pull
in this life, because you know all these niggas that talk this big shit. When they get that, when the time comes when the martial law troops got them gunpoint, got their family gunpoint, they're gonna be like the scripture says, like
women
holding their loins.
Yep.
You know, all these tough ass rap niggas. You know, these bodybuilder niggas, these NBA, these athlete niggas, these Shaqs, these big niggas, these niggas of the world, they're gonna be acting like you always say, they're gonna be acting like bitches.
Yeah.
You gotta put it straight out there, man.
That's because when it comes to their enemy, you know, we saw an example. We were just talking about it. That demon that came up to the elder. You know, when it comes to people that look like you, you're quick to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
You know, you don't even think about it. Jake kill each other like it's nothing.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the real people who are hurting your people and destroying you, you have a soft spot.
Yeah.
You know,
They don't get salvation. You don't give your brother salvation.
you know.
You know?
So when Esau finally rolls down on our people with the troops, Esau's gonna be like a madman, sparing none.
For precept. This is Isaiah chapter 10. Hold up. This is Isaiah chapter 10, starting at verse 5. It says, O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and a staff in their hand is mine indignation. I will send him against the hypocritical nation.
Yeah.
And against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the streets.
God, hey, and the Lord it's one more time. The Lord is one more time. He's gonna allow this devil to come down upon our people, you know, and he's gonna roll down on our people, man. He's gonna bring the heat. Okay, what we see in these movies, and what we read, it paints a picture, but it's nothing like what it's really gonna be like. You know, we can't really put we can't really paint the picture, as per se, you know, because what we're about to see is gonna be gruesome.
Yeah, we can't put it in words.
You know, it's gonna be gruesome. It's gonna be bloody. It's gonna be nasty. You know, and that our people they're not prepared for that. You know, they're engulfed in everything else. You know, they're not reading, they're not paying attention, they're not watching the news. You know, they're just caught up in folly. You know, so when this Jacob's trouble comes, when there's no food, when there's no water, no power, okay, that's when we're really gonna see the nature of these people, you know.
And they're going house to house. And they're going house to house.
There ain't gonna be no, you can leave your house. No, it's gonna be mandatory lockdowns. If we see you on the street, you're an enemy combatant.
Yeah, it got me thinking that movie Bushwick.
Yeah, kind of, remember that.
It was supposed to be like a civil war. Shit just,
Yeah,
you know, had an Edomite bitch walking with her boyfriend up the in the subway and shit. Shit, it just happened. Blink of an eye, man. Just gunshots.
Motherfucker dead.
Gunshots everywhere, man. You know, women screaming and shit. You know, had some Jake busting back. Yeah. But hey, that wasn't talking about drones and helicopters.
That was just Bushwick, New York.
Yeah, kind
Just a
of.
small
That province.
It's gonna be all around.
Yeah.
Jake said.
Yup, there's just gonna be all-out warfare on Israel. Okay,
Everywhere.
all-out warfare on the tribes. all the tribes are gonna catch it. Okay, not just Judah. Judah's the main topic right now, but all these other tribes, man, they're all gonna catch it.
It's like because in Iraq, how did Esau set up martial law in Iraq? He had to bomb that shit.
Yeah.
He had to bomb it. You know, he had to shoot everything he got, man, on that place to, you know, put it in his order.
Yep.
You know, then he set up, you know,
Yep.
the stations.
He humbled everybody
Yeah.
with them bombs. Then he
Yeah,
could
so
come
that's
in
how-
and
that's how
establish order.
Esau's gonna
He
do it.
always comes fierce
Right.
off the top.
But they called it Operation Shock and Awe.
Yeah.
That's it.
You
How
know,
you get down. Yep.
you catch everybody while they're sleeping.
Bar,
Jake ain't ready
flashbang,
for that.
shit. Yep.
Jake ain't ready for that Chicago. Jake ain't ready for that New York. You know, Los Angeles,
No
Houston.
Vegas, shit.
Yeah.
They're not ready, you know. And Jake always talking about, oh, I keep that thing on me. That thing on me ain't gonna do nothing. You know.
Stop shooting that little shit. That's all you gonna be.
You know, exactly.
What you gonna do about that?
Esau's coming with that new technology, you
I
know?
never heard bombs
Motherfucker.
going off.
Exactly.
This motherfucker got some shit that he put onto an MRAP that just shoots a wave that you can't see.
Right.
All it make you do is turn and run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Trying to get away
microwave
from
guns.
Mm-hmm.
He got shit like that.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Well, how you gonna shoot when your eardrums feel like they about to pop out
Right.
your head because of a siren he let off? You can't even look and focus. You're
Equilibrium.
disoriented.
Lasers and
Them
shit.
niggas get the running when Mace
Yeah.
tear gas
Yeah.
get sprayed.
I seen
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm
Pressure
saying?
water guns.
Yeah.
I seen this video with these preppers, and these motherfuckers was, you know, prepping. They had all their shit, and he shoots a gun, and the gun, I guess I don't know, something happened where the blast basically made his eardrums ring, and he was like, he was
Oh,
fucked up.
they were inside the
Yeah.
the fortress thing.
They was inside the fortress
Yeah,
thing.
kinda.
The echo
So
fucked the shit up.
they're all prepared for this, but in that day, if a situation like that happens or worse, it ain't gonna be no fucking paramedics to come get your ass. That's what these people, even the preppers, you know, they think that, you know, I'm prepared. You ain't prepared unless you got the spirit of your Habashim Yahushai in you in that thawah.
Let me add one thing to you niggas out there, man. Brother just highlighted it. That was a practice to get used to that
Yeah.
sound.
Right.
And he had on the ear protection for it. Still.
To get used to that type of sound.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't used to that. A lot of jakes that don't shoot off like that, ain't shooters like that. You let a gun off within 5 feet of you, that sound is something, especially a heavy caliber. That's just a different sound. That shit will knock your equilibrium off, your nervous system out of whack for a few moments.
You gotta remember robots.
And they don't get disoriented like I was gonna bring that up a
Robots.
minute ago.
They shoot
They
perfect.
got robots, fucking dogs, and all kind of shit.
They
Man.
shoot,
Boston
and
Dynamics,
they shoot perfect every time.
man. Robocops and shit, man. Niggas ain't ready for that shit.
Nah, this and not only are they not ready, they're gonna get caught off guard. They're not expecting this, you know. Our people are not expecting. Hey, the world's not expecting the Lord to come back, you know. But that's something that's gonna happen. You got something?
Yeah, I do. I got two of them. I read 15th chapter and the 16th chapter. This is Second Esdras, chapter 15. Yeah, I'll read verse 10 real quick. 15 verse 10, it says, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter by these entertainers, these Sambos, you know, up there trying to put strengthen Egypt again.
Yeah.
You know, this oppressive place because they living good. What about the rest of the millions of us that's all fucked up, man? Right? It says, I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with the mighty hand and the stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before and will destroy all the land thereof." That's a prophecy.
And that bring them is talking about his elect.
That's right.
He's not bringing all of Israel. He ain't bringing, you know, these nigga rappers, these nigga entertainers. He's bringing his elect, those that, you know, have pretty much they turned their back on this world, or and you know, and follow the Lord.
This is now jumping down, verse 14. No, 14. 14. Maybe I can get a little bit off. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Let it pass. That's all you gonna hope to hear. the probability of that is high right now. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." Real fight.
Yeah.
The modern day sword is the gun. Projectile weapon.
That's right. So, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not." Everything you brothers have been describing is in this prophecy, right? "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes." So
That's your
our
governors.
king, that's
Yeah.
them. And even for us, who's that for us? That's these same Sambo niggas, man. Fuck you, Shaq. I don't care if you're a cop. Nigga, why you know? Who gonna stop me from laying your ass down right now? I ain't gonna fight your big ass. I'm gonna do what most Jake do with that modern day sword. Right?
That's what happened with
I'm not, but I'm
with
just-
Takeoff.
Yep.
Them niggas get into a verbal disagreement, and then the immediate thing is I gotta pull my thing out. Like it's the Wild Wild West and shit.
We were watching that Boondocks episode.
Yeah,
What you gonna do, bitch,
have
nigga?
just
Yeah.
and whoever draws the fastest, like a Wild Wild
Nigga
West
moment,
movie,
Nigga moment.
is you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's how it is now.
Yep. Wild Wild West.
It's like whoever shoot the straightest.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you might pull first, but can't shoot straight. Most of you
Yeah, you might cheddar bob yourself.
Yeah.
That nigga got hit by a straight bullet.
Right. That wasn't even meant for him.
Hey, but this,
He was serious.
Yeah.
hey, the stuff they talk about in the music is what's been happening to them.
Yep.
You know, except they're the ones that are getting laid out by the real nigga
Yep.
with the thing.
Yep.
You know, it's these rappers, man. They just don't get it. You know, how long can this go continue?
Right.
You know,
Yeah, that nigga Boozy, that nigga basically claiming I don't even want to be a rapper no more.
good.
Now you don't want to be a rapper.
Because you got your money though. Turning all your money in.
We used to be heroes. Now we
They targets.
nigga, you never was a hero.
Right.
Never. You never was a hero to our people. None of you niggas, man.
He was a charlatan. That's the
Right.
real. Somebody Google that word for me.
Charlatan.
Yeah, about charlatan.
That's going back to that hypocritical nation, though. What
Yep.
did we only talk about? That's all
Yep.
he talk about is shit.
Death.
Now that somebody now it's getting closer. Now he don't want nothing to do.
Right.
Yeah, it happens, and then it's such a tragic death. Why? Asking the question why.
Right.
You know, bro, it's just they just don't get it.
Charlatan. One who pretends to knowledge, skill, and skills and importance. Mount Bank Babbler.
And Boosie. Sound like all these rapper niggas, man.
A quack.
Yep. Quack.
Yeah, basically like an imposter or
Yeah.
somebody that pretends like they got some type of special skill that they really don't have.
Right.
That hero.
Or put on a white jacket and call myself a doctor when I
Yeah.
never practiced it a day in my life.
Dr. Dre don't know shit about medicine.
Like
Yeah.
like Dr. Fauci.
I was like,
Yeah,
that,
like-
neither does him.
You know,
Yeah.
that demon, or build the gates of hell.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
he's a physician out of nowhere.
He got money now. You ain't Tony Stark.
And we fall back on our people because they adhere, they take these Edomites, the devil's word, for truth. You know, because our people at the end of the day got a choice to listen to these people or not. You know, to take orders from these people or not. But they fucking bow their head all the time. These niggas have no integrity. They have no, you know, these niggas don't stand for nothing, man.
And Leo Cohen, he was like, so why, when Charlamagne asked him, so why would you promote that? He said, I answered it, I gotta go with the talent. He's like, first he said, I gotta go with the talent. Talent over social issues. Who actually got the skill to put this information out there versus, well, why can't you tell them skillful niggas
Bro.
to talk about good shit, Leo?
Exactly.
Something positive.
Same. They can do
Well,
it.
I got kids to feed. I got people to feed. Now it's about so he said that's what he said. All of them called Dame Dad culture vulture because how you gonna push out messages to destroy our people so at your profit? Yeah. Right? And where's the outrage of that shit? Where's the outrage of that? How come where are the rappers speaking up on
You
this
think
shit?
about it, we're pushing out something that essentially they think destroys their culture, but it's truth.
Yeah.
You know, we're not speaking nothing that's not the truth about you people. All facts. You can go to the history, and they know that. But they don't want us to bring it out, but they can destroy our people all day long.
Yep.
Yeah, we're promoting life.
Right.
Yep. Life, peace. You know, we're promoting that, but hey, the so-called white man, he don't understand peace. You know, Revelation 18 and 21.
Yep.
You know, the Lord has to come back and throw down Babylon through violence, man. That's all Esau knows, man. You know, you're not gonna talk to Esau and come up with, you know, what you call that? What he did with the Gadites. Peace treaties and shit. No, man, he gonna break them, man. You know, he breaks them all the time, man. So the Lord said, you gotta throw this place down by violence, you know. Yeah, that's peace. And sometimes you gotta go through war to get peace, man.
Now the spirit, somebody can grab Ecclesiastes 3, because there's something else you said. We have to destroy what these rapper niggas is saying. We have to tear that down. You got it? I'm sure you can start reading.
Ecclesiastes 3 from the top.
Yep.
To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
You can read down to it.
A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
And this is a planting time. We're planting a righteous seed into the elect. They wake up.
At the same time, unplucking
Yep.
the all the lies and deceits that have been, been basically a lot of it's embedded in the minds of our people. You know, like the scripture says, it's seared like a hot iron. But the elect, we're going to be able to uproot that, that wicked seed.
I got a precept after that.
Verse 3, a time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down.
Now, it's funny how a lot of this is happening in duality at the same time. Because now the prophets are healing our people, and we're killing the status of those people by exposing their lies. Go ahead. We're trying to keep it simple without elaborating too deep into it.
And a time to build up, a time to weep, and a time to laugh.
We're building, what are we building up? We're building up the kingdom of David, the elect.
The house of David.
The house of David. It's a lot, yeah.
Which is ultimately, the church of Yahushua, the elect.
Yep.
Which the kingdom is within.
That's within the kingdom of.
Starts with this wisdom, this truth.
Yeah.
That's what we're building up the nation with, the knowledge.
The tabernacles of David.
Right.
A time to weep.
It's like, what are we breaking down?
Yep.
All the strongholds, which are the lies, like the brothers are saying.
The wine, the philosophies,
Yeah.
the false doctrines, the pseudoscience, all that bullshit, man. Everything that opposes Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai is getting thrown down. And this word is like a fire. We're burning that shit up, man. With the word and the spirit, So yeah, the everything, all the lies that have been promoted throughout the earth, it's time for that to go out, man. It's just
played out.
It's long due. It's like brother said, it's played out. We just keep our people just running in circles.
Yeah, like that whole ideology of woman being strong and independent.
Yeah.
Right. These women are starting to wake up from that. They no longer believe in that shit.
They didn't really believe it. It just sounded good. What was strong is how they spoke, and then that usually backed off. But they didn't realize the men were backing off because they understood they wasn't strong.
And what the women are realizing that this shit that's about to happen, they can't make it through alone.
No,
Yeah.
no. Most men not gonna make it
Right.
through this shit. So what chance do they have?
Yep. So that whole construct of a woman being strong and she can do it all by herself, all that shit is getting broken down now. The Times is what's breaking that down.
And the man who gave her that power, he's going down. His structure is going down. The Lord is bringing him down. So what if you know, what do you think is gonna happen to these women?
Yeah.
You know?
We're in a time where all his lies are being revealed. So, you know, with the lies that he told you, you know what I'm saying? You finding out that he's lying about this.
Yeah.
What else
What
is
else he lying
you
about?
know he's lying about? Well, now you're starting to find out he lied to you women.
Yeah, God.
You lied about everything.
And the thing about a lie is you gotta continue to tell lie to cover that up. And shit, it's like they so far gone into their lies, they don't know where the first lie started.
Yeah. I don't remember what I lied about first.
And the only ones that's calling them out on their lies is the prophets, the men of the Lord. Like, hold on, nigga, this is wrong right here. What about this?
We actually got facts to call it out.
Yeah, right. We go back to the history, you know?
I mean, this whole thing about calling out the smart hats, it was mainly it started with us.
Yeah.
We put that spirit out there.
Right.
Yep.
You know?
We put the spirit that we the people out there.
Which is the reason why these celebrities are coming out and speaking the whole Hebrew thing.
Right.
Because they're listening to us. So now that's becoming a mainstream common conversation.
Yep.
Right.
Who the true Hebrews are, who are the imposters.
Yep.
Are you listening to the BHI? You know, that's you know, and what's gonna come next? They're gonna start showing, you know, the pictures of the various camps on these mainstream platforms.
Yeah.
You know how vocab got it all mapped out. Or this is the One West.
At the top of
Trajectory of the One West groups.
He got the whole
Right
like
here,
little
this is,
FBI board and shit, where you got the
this
pictures.
Is, Alba Bivens right
Yeah.
here. It came from
Picture of Sahara.
tree.
And then you have they call Mo Marshall. And you have Yaquab, and you have Arya right here.
And then the split happens. You got the whole history of the
exactly. Don't be surprised if that goes mainstream.
Yeah.
You know, we're coming into that time, man. They're going to want to know what's the root of all this, of this controversy.
Where are they getting this information from?
Come on, bro.
You know? So ultimately it's going to come down to us, the men who are out here, you know, pushing this. You know, that's when they're really going to show their teeth.
Yep.
You know, that slander, the propaganda machine is going to kick to a whole new level. Demonize us. Okay?
Yeah, because they got to go to the. Eventually, they gonna be done with all these entertainment niggas. They want to go straight to the source, and the men of the Lord is the source. Like, you know, we got to tell them to stop preaching because these Israelites, these celebrities, are waking up. I got something. Someone's. Big, did you have something?
Yeah, also Jeremiah 1:10. It reads, "See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down, to build and to plant."
So it showed both the duality of what the prophets are actually doing. We're building up our people and tearing down all the lies and strongholds and bullshit over the other common knowledge, I hate to say, that's going on in society, all these common lies that people been living by. And that's why it hurts so bad to a lot of you jakes out there and you common people, the low-life people out here, the low-level people out here. Because this is something that you're frustrated that you didn't know about. Like, hey man, I knew something was up, but because you know why people say that?
Yeah.
So they don't sound stupid.
Right.
But you didn't know because you'd have been living different. You can see that we didn't really know something because we live different.
Right.
We live by a different code and a different standard in the south of the scriptures, man.
Right.
I want that brother to go back to that Ecclesiastes. You can read through it, y'all got it.
Back in Ecclesiastes 3, verse 4. A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing.
I mean, all of these, you can do a lesson just off breaking down what's actually going on. Casting all stones and gathering stones together. What stones? These lively stones. Stones of the elect. To join it to that chief cornerstone. Okay? You can just break this down in many different ways, but we're trying to illustrate to you the differences of what's going on. And when the brother's about to come up with the next couple verses, you got it?
A time to get and a time to lose.
That's what these entertainers don't want to deal with. They was happy to get. They don't want to have to lose now. That's why they're up there. Shaq just opens up new restaurants and new businesses and shit. He don't want to.
Yeah, and every
He
commercial.
he bragging and shit, you know, on Twitter how much money he got, and you know he got more money than Kanye. And some shit he is saying,
Yeah.
but
I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah,
if he
yeah,
had more than
but and the thing about it is, they have no faith because he said they do come in the truth. The Most High may not even have it where you lose everything.
Yeah.
The Most High may give you, okay, you keep your house, you keep this, but everything else you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
But they don't even have the faith to step. They can't step out on faith to see, okay, if willing to risk lose everything.
Yeah.
Because hey, we know the Most High he gonna sustain us as long as until the end. If, Lord willing, we're a part of the elect. But these niggas don't even have enough faith to step out and say, well, shit. So what if I got 4 houses? If I lose 3 of them,
Right.
I still got a roof over my head. I still got clothes. They're not content with just.
Nah, they're covetous.
Yeah, they took on the spirit of Esau,
They
a
covet.
covetous ass man.
As the script say, I know how to both be abased and abound.
You gotta know how to balance yourself.
Cost of that, brother.
They're temperance.
They're on a high horse right now, you know. The sellouts of Jake, they're on a high horse. They don't want to come off that horse, you know. They don't want to have to give up everything. Think about all the dirty shit, all the dirty work they've done behind the scenes to get to where they're at. You know, all the sacrifices they have to do to get those riches. You know, they don't want to give that up.
That's what it's like. You can liken these house niggas and all these niggas that are sold out and living comfortably. You can liken them unto the city of Capernaum.
Yeah.
You read about the city of Capernaum. That was like a suburb in Israel.
Revelation 3.
No, the Lord basically was cussing them out.
Oh, okay.
In their gospels.
Okay.
But they were known for living real comfortable and they were on a high horse because of how they were living. They felt like as though they didn't need to be preached in. Like basically, they wasn't accepting the gospel. We all right. We need to be preached to for. The Lord said it would be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah than for this city, man.
I got what you're saying.
Yep.
Matthew 11, and I'll start at 20. Then began he to upbraid the cities wherein most of his mighty works were done, because they repented not. Woe unto thee, Chorazin! Woe unto thee, Bethsaida! For if the mighty works,
And the Lord was cussing out whole cities and niggas, man. You know, the Lord didn't hold back. He was cussing. He let niggas have it, man.
Woe means destruction.
Fine.
The Lord said, destruction unto you.
Yep.
for if the mighty works which were done in you had been done in Tyre and Zidon, they would have repented long ago in sackcloth and ashes. But I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for Tyre and Sidon at the day of judgment than for you. And thou Capernaum, which are exalted unto heaven, shall be brought down to hell. For if the mighty works which have been done in thee had been done in Sodom, it would have remained until this day. But I say unto you that it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom in the day of judgment than for thee.
He let them cities have it, man. In that particular city, there was a bunch of uppity ass Negroes, man. Right. Jinx. You know, they was on that high horse back then. And here it is, they heard about the miracles being done,
Right.
the gospel being spread, but they still like,
Right.
we're gonna continue to do what we've been doing. Like they wasn't being moved. So the Lord, you know, let them have it. He cussed them out. You know, and in Capernaum, I believe the word Capernaum, it means what does it mean? I think somebody look it up, but I believe Capernaum, it breaks down to basically Nahum.
That is it.
Which basically means a comfort.
It said Capernaum, village of comfort.
Village of comfort.
A flourishing city of Galilee situated on the western shore of Sea of Galilee or Lake of Gennesaret, near the place where the Jordan flows into the lake.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the end of the Jordan River that goes to the lake.
And what was one of the sins of Sodom and Gomorrah? Idleness, comfort. They were idle because they were comfortable. You know? You can't never get comfortable here, Jake. That's what Jake don't realize. How much money you got, wealth, knowledge. The minute you get comfortable, that's the minute your ass gonna get destroyed in this place, man. You gotta be all hand. Like you said, we gotta be like pilgrims. You know, you gotta be ready to get up and take all your shit and move at any minute. But Jake get comfortable, get a nice job, and wait till they hit these niggas with that UBI. That's gonna really sink them in the comfort seat, man.
Got to be in the spirit of Lot, man. You know, Lot had substance, but hey, when the angel said, "Hey, yeah, you gotta get up out of here. We're gonna destroy this shit, man."
Abraham too.
Yep.
You know, he had substance. He left all his wealth. Yep. And was it Yep.
And look, the looking back part is even though they were saying to don't look back, but it was a mindset. It's a mindset looking back.
Yeah. More than the physical looking back. Right.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking upon? The financial gain, the material possession that you own, that you possess. You're not willing to walk away from it. Without thought, without care, without anxiety, man. So that's why all these rich niggas, they're in a bad position. That's why the Lord said it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom. That's not an easy thing. If this is what you're used to having it made like that and eating like that and living like that, only for it just in a moment lose it.
Yeah.
That's a bad situation, man. You know?
I got some. Are you reading?
You still reading it, right?
I got it.
Yeah.
It's Sirach 5, verse 1. Set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life.
Yep.
Read again.
Set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life.
But people do the exact opposite of that. You know, they want more and more. You know, they're taking on the image of their oppressor. You know, which is being
insatiable, greedy appetite.
Right.
Being covetous. You know, the Lord hates a covetous man. You know, and that's what they do, and they don't care if it's at the expense of their people.
Because ain't nobody else like it. No other people gonna let it be at the expense of their people.
Yeah. Esau not gonna let you benefit off the destruction of his people.
We know that the Asian hate thing is in law now.
Yeah.
That's in law right now. They signed that shit over just recently.
Because of the 19 shit.
Yep.
Well, that's because all these nations, they have their differences, but when it comes to us, they agree on the fact that, hey, you know, this is our main enemy right here. You know, the nation of Israel, we've always been their enemies, you know? So they counsel together, and they come with these agreements that, yeah, we might have some differences, you know, but at the end of the day, this is what we got to worry about, you know? How do we destroy these people?
Psalms 83.
Yep.
Exactly, that's a Psalms 83, you know? How do we cast them down? How do we keep them poor? You know, we gotta keep them killing each other. You know, hire more rapper niggas.
Yep.
Give them more contracts. Do what you gotta do to these handlers, you know?
Encourage the Israelite woman to kill off their babies.
Kill off the babies, you know, push drugs, guns, violence, thug culture, push all that.
Nigga culture.
All the negative shit. You know?
What you talking about?
You have something?
No, you had. So I want to get to the end of that at a different time. we're talking about how hard these times are tough.
Back to Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 6. A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away.
Yep.
A time to reap and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak.
Like I just told you.
A time
Sometimes, like right now,
Instead of being late.
we do have to speak right now. When it was Edomite on Edomite, hey, shut the fuck up and watch the shit play out. You know? Really, right about now, this man is supposed to be explaining himself. Amalek's supposed to be explaining himself, but he's not going to explain himself. He's not.
No, he's trying to silence.
He wants to be trying to silence
You
him.
know,
That's why we're speaking.
because what is he gonna do? He can't sit on the table and bring out the scriptures to prove that he is who he's claiming to be. That's gonna be proven to be false. You know, so you know, he has his weapons. You know, he has his style of fighting. You know, it's back to being in a fight. You know, Amalek is fighting the way he fights. It's just dirty. A dirty fight.
Yeah.
He's a dirty fighter.
Yeah.
He can't fight clean. You know?
He never
He can't fight clean.
a time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace.
Those that last line is one, I think that verse 8 right. That's the one that's the heavy hitter, man. Because that directly describes what we're going through right now. A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. This is a hateful war time right now. For on a broad scale, but on the inside, so to speak, it's a time of love and a time of peace amongst us. As the tribes, we're supposed to be coming together in peace, and understanding should be what draws us, of this word should be what draws us together and pulls us close as a people. But what is this devil trying to do? He's trying to break that down. What are you black only Israelites doing? Helping that situation by pushing off the rest of our nation.
Yeah, hey, that whole Hebrews to Negro, Hebrews to Negro film, the dude who put that together, he teaches that doctrine of the Israelites are just Negroes. He don't push that the northern tribes, the Hispanics, the Latinos. He don't push that they're the Israelites. So a lot of J go into that and get information, but they ain't gonna even think of their northern tribe brothers.
Right.
Yeah. You know?
That's why you were pointing to last night. You got to get the truth from the prophets.
Uh-huh.
You got to get it from the men that have been ordained by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to teach this truth, to get this real truth, because these guys that like to ride this, I hate to say Hebrew Israelite wave, this ain't really a wave, this is a heritage that we, but they're trying to ride it for capital gain, for popularity, for any other thing besides doing the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Them niggas is going to get destroyed. But you got to come to the source. You got to come to get the whole truth, because you get these film, and I hate that shit because that little film is just some clip notes for Jake to get like a quick. And you can't contain this truth in no fucking 2-hour, 3-hour movie. This truth is bigger than that. And then you got these Johnny come lately, these all of a sudden I'm woke, these woke Israelites. Yo, it's deeper than some fucking film, and that film is like, even Kyrie said, it's falsehoods in that film. They think that guy teaches a lot of stuff that's not that goes against the scriptures. Teaching Japhet, the so-called white man is Japhet. That's off. But like I said, like you gotta come to the prophets. Lead us to the men of the Lord.
That's it.
It's like, you got it.
That's it.
Yeah, hey, basically, if you want to get the whole truth of the matter, you got to come to the men that were ordained by the Lord, to do this, to do the job, and do it right. But the Lord is using these celebrities. He is using their platform to spread the word too. To bring the believers unto the real teachers of Israel. Because the people that hear this from Kyrie or whatever, if they're of the elect, they're going to do their research and they're going to come to the prophets, That was meant to be like that. But yeah, these celebrities, they're not prophesying out there. They're not actually making their bodies a living sacrifice, you know?
Let me back you up, right? Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. Yep. If I should go up. I'm gonna read the point, then I'll read if I should go up. It says, and I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. These other guys, they're not set up to do that from Jeremiah the 1st chapter.
Right.
They wasn't called to go out and do this. We were called to go out. We had regular lives just like y'all got regular lives when this wasn't a popular popping thing.
Yeah.
When this wasn't fashionable to be an Israelite, to wear fringes and to go out and scream on people with the Bible in your hand. Okay?
And a lot of this truth is sacrifice.
Yeah.
A lot of these niggas are sacrificed for the game of basketball, football, their career, but they won't make a sacrifice for the Lord. You know, it's niggas that, I mean, y'all call them niggas that Jake's out here know about the truth, but they don't want to sacrifice their Sunday or their Saturday or their Sunday, you know, to come out here just to hear this word, you know. And the thing about it, if you're sincere, the Lord will make a way. Because I know brothers, you know, somehow, some way we make it out here, Lord willing, on Sunday to do the will of the Heavenly Father. You know, some brothers may have to, I used to have to leave early to go to work, but hey, somehow, some way the Lord made it for me to come out here. So, you know, it's about, being in this truth, it's all about sacrifice, man. Because, you know, we nothing. You know, our righteousness is unto filthy rags. So we know that this is not of us. We know we're just small vessels doing, you know, the Lord's will.
We're unprofitable servants.
Right.
You know? It would have been better for Kyrie to know the truth, find out about the truth, and
I want to hear that, man.
go out silently and leave the NBA, man. Just leave that life behind and totally just turn to the Lord. Just do that. Or no, find out about the truth and keep the law. Use wisdom. He didn't use wisdom. It's like he didn't learn the wisdom part.
Just being a regular guy.
You know? He didn't learn. He didn't know how to bring it out in a way where it's not offensive to these devils. You know how they are. You know who they control you. They run your whole career, dude. So you should know how to deal with them. You know. So wisdom should have been.
So with Kanye, what y'all got to say about Kanye? He
Kanye?
went out the wrong way too? Both of them went out the wrong way?
Now the thing about it is,
They shouldn't have said nothing or what?
no, hell no. It's a good thing they said something.
They should have just used wisdom.
Yeah, they didn't use wisdom when they did it, but they don't realize that's the Lord making them do that.
Yeah.
Because there's a bigger conversation that has to happen about who those people really are. And they're just opening it up, as the brother was actually saying, they're just opening up the conversation, but we're the ones that's gonna have to get the truth, and we're giving it right off the Bible. This Bible wasn't written for those people. It wasn't written for the Christians. It was written for these people on this sign right here, so that we could obtain salvation. And about to get him with the garment. But for salvation, when America's destroyed in World War III, this Russia-Ukraine thing is going to lead to America being destroyed. This is a lot bigger than just what they're talking about right now.
It's deeper
But
than,
they're just opening up the conversation for we can really come out there as the prophets
So
of the Lord.
them getting blackballed was for what?
It's exposing who those people are.
So was they
Oh,
right
who
or
they're
wrong
not.
for exposing them?
No, everything's supposed to happen. This is where it's supposed to happen.
It's
That's
meant
why
to
they
happen.
get
Yeah.
big like that, right?
And we said it last night, right? We were saying that a lot of people that's getting blackballed is making entertainers or even people in general choose a side. You're going to choose the truth, or you're going to choose to protect your master that can cut you off and kill you, whether he physically kill you or he blackball you, cut your money off and kill you. See? The same thing can happen. You don't go from being a billionaire down to a few million or a few hundred million, which is still a lot to us. You don't go from that. They're gonna try to draw him down to zero if they can. If they can.
And
But they speaking the truth though, right?
Who?
Kanye and
Yeah.
Kyrie.
Yeah.
Yeah, about who controls the
Yeah,
world,
yeah, yeah.
who controls the industry. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's not a lie. There's other people speaking on it too.
And what we're saying is, if you're gonna come out and speak on it, hey, you
Know
gotta
the truth.
and you gotta be ready to stand behind that.
Yeah.
And no matter what happens, you gotta be ready to lose it all.
You shouldn't have to apologize for telling the truth about a situation. And that's the number one problem both of them is kind of caught up in.
So they apologizing too or not?
Now they ain't really they like half-ass apologizing, which is okay, I guess. industry.
Well,
My fault.
They gave him the ultimatum
Yeah.
if he wants to return to play.
Yep. And Kyrie's situation, just because they're going so hard on him, because they already mad about he didn't take the vaccine. They already mad. It's like, you know, they mad about certain other situations with him as well, because he has a platform, and now people are going to go check that platform out where they're going to get exposed. Now because think about it, if you were an identity thief, right? The last thing you wanted, the person that you stole their identity, to find you and tell everybody that you ain't you the fake guy.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening. You know, and they got all kinds of agendas. Where's the chip at?
It's over
You
there.
gotta pull the chip up.
It's over there behind
It's
you.
behind you, brother. This is where they're trying to go with this, and then the World Economic Forum and everybody, they're talking about this. Those same people that throw that slogan out there about anytime you bring up what they're really doing, right, about them people, this is what they're really trying to push on the people. Okay, they're really trying to get everybody with one of them in their body. So if Kanye had one of those, they'd have been shut him up. If Kyrie wasn't taking whatever, they'd have been shut him up. He's sick now, or he complications from something or whatever.
Yeah.
They could have did any of that to him. They want complete control. That's what they're trying to lead to. But if you take that, the Bible said the Lord is going to kill you in a very harsh way when this place blows up.
And this things right here he's talking about, this is not 10 years, 15, 20 years. This is out. People got this in America, in their person, in their body, in their hand. So the things that we're speaking of could happen by the end of this year, could happen by the end of next year. So this is current. This is prophecy. This ain't, oh, we're just talking about things that's gonna happen 20 years.
Matter of fact, get that in is it Peters?
Ezekiel. Which one?
The one in Peters that say that prophesied with time afar off.
I know.
You know the one?
That's Ezekiel.
Ezekiel, but then the other one, you know the one in Peter I'm saying. It's like 3 and 4 or 5 or 5.
It's Ezekiel 12 and 26. Again, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesieth of the times that are far off.
And it's not a far off time. This is a current event. All right, now this is a current event that's going down with our people, and it ain't all that type of time that you got to protect your families, to protect yourself. You got to get this in you, and hope that the Lord calls you. Yep. Right? Just guard down. Man. But anyway, so this is why this happens to our people, man. They don't want to get on board when they should. Now, time is now that you need to be soaring yourself up, you know, protecting yourself and protecting your family from this stuff to come. By getting in the spirit of Yahweh Shemel.
Jake is that dollar late and a dollar short, a day late nigga, man. Yeah. Where, okay. Let me go on. Nigga, they about to knock down your door, tie up them little nigglets, and take them away from your ass, man. They don't see that, man. Them little niggas gonna be tied up, going hand in hand to into the goddamn bus while your ass is gonna stay there. They gonna take your kids.
Yeah. Before then, during the famine, man. Yeah, hyperinflation.
Yeah.
Hey, Jake, little kids and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck, their parents gonna be looking at them like they steaks and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey,
salivating.
They can shut this down. They already talking about the numbers are rising again, folks.
Yeah, kind of.
Whether it's the flu, whether it's, they already talking about that. They just want to shut it down for real now. They waiting on it, and this can happen any day now.
Bro, I hope
that's how close we are.
And I'm hoping shit get fast expedited after this midterm shit. Where they make shit start happening.
Yeah. That day shit.
They're not talking about the diesel fuel shortages.
Yeah.
And what that could possibly lead to.
Yeah.
Be a con.
It's gonna be a shortage of food supply in your stores again.
Yeah.
That's when you niggas gonna be in a panic.
Kind.
I was just in Costco yesterday. They didn't have no eggs, no organic, not the brown ones or the white ones at all. People would just walk in that section, walk out, because that's what they go in there for. None. And that's a big ass store.
Yeah.
They do pallets and pallets full of that stuff.
Right. Yeah. And my woman went to, I think, Trader Joe's somewhere, bought like a dozen, and that shit was like $5 or $6.
Yeah.
So, you know, if they ain't got it, if they do got it, that shit's going up.
Yeah.
Being forced with the decision of, do I pay this bill or do I buy this food? If I don't pay the bill, my power gets turned off. You know, if I don't pay my rent, now I'm evicted. People are being forced to make life altering decisions, you know, on a daily.
Left behind that, the small hats, man.
And it goes back to, you know, it goes back to the small hats. You know, the people who are in power, every aspect of government and banking, okay, and all the social engineering and everything they're in charge. You go look up the names, and it's a damn Ashkenaz.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of them. You know, those are the people. They're the ones that are responsible for all the misery on the earth. You know, they're the ones behind it. But they're fighting tooth and nail because they don't want that to come out. They want to be seen as the chosen.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they want to be seen.
They want that birthright.
But nevertheless, that everything that Esau's doing, like brothers have done lessons on it, it's all gonna come back to haunt his ass. It's all gonna backfire. Really, it's just all gonna backfire on him. You know?
Yeah.
There's nothing this man can do to overthrow what's written. To put aside the prophecies and then and him establish himself in the earth, which is what he's trying to do. He's trying to establish himself on the earth as the undisputed king. You know, and everybody's my subject. I own everybody. I have them. I have my device inside their skins. Okay, if they try to speak out against me or rouse up and create dissension, I'll just turn them off. Okay, that's what he wants. And that's what he's fighting for. Right? We're fighting for the kingdom of heaven to be established.
Real quick, Job 20. Job 20 in verse 20. It says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
And funny that it says use belly in there, time to they're about to fill their belly.
That's the next verse.
Oh, you got it.
Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
What's that? What worth wicked? Big Z?
All right,
Yeah, and that's
which means rich one,
that's the laborers.
laborers.
The people that's crying out about these devils.
Right.
That's what we're beginning to see. Like, you the motherfuckers that's controlling everything. You the one that's you know, controlling our livelihoods.
Yeah.
You're controlling key industries that has a foothold on all these resources. You know, is every problem we could point at you as being the source, the source behind that.
Ain't gonna be no smooth transition. Because the Lord got Russia, China, the opposing governments, you know, gonna shoot missiles on this place. You know, also Yahushua gonna come back. You know, so hey, you elites, man. You ain't gonna be no smooth transition into your utopia that you trying to plan for. You know, Lord say He's gonna put you in the straits.
It says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High Power shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and rain it upon him while he is eating.
Yeah, his belly represents his New World Order agenda being fulfilled.
Right.
What king was it that was celebrating? And then the hand.
Daniel the 5th chapter.
Nebuchadnezzar.
Was the son, right?
I think it was
Belshazzar.
Belshazzar,
You know, he was having a good old time. You know, proud, and he was eating and drinking.
Yeah, he was
you know?
partying.
And then the Lord pretty much let him know, like, hey man, your time is up.
Was it Meneteke
Meneteke.
or something like that?
Exactly, you know, it was time up.
kingdom been
You know?
weighed in the balance.
Exactly. And that's the same thing that's happening that's gonna happen to this man. You know, his time is gonna be up.
Actually, Elder Yashawama did a video a long time ago in CERN.
The message they got?
Yeah, the message they got was, it was Tekel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's,
balance.
you know, so that's exactly what's gonna happen. You know, when he thinks everything's going his way. You know, everything. This man, he it's like he's getting away with everything. Who can challenge him? That's what he's saying. Who can challenge me? There ain't nobody can challenge me on the earth. I'm getting away with it. Everything is going according to plan. We're gonna set it up. You know, we're gonna live good. The utopia that we always wanted, the birthright. You know, so right when he thinks, you know, he's gonna put the final touches on it, the Lord is gonna cast him down. The Lord is gonna throw a curveball at him, you know, and that's all. Everything, his whole infrastructure is gonna come tumbling down. They're like towers. Okay. He knows about the scriptures. He knows about the prophecies, but he don't believe. You know, he's too proud. You know, he's the Lord made him that way. The Lord made him for that reason, just like Pharaoh, for this very same reason. You know, to show so the Lord can show His power. You know.
What I was asking for, we don't have to get into more, but I'll read it right quick. This was 2 Peter 3 and straight to the point, verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as from the beginning of the creation. Meaning, like, it's just basically putting the day off before, and the other precepts the brothers were holding, it's just extending it out. But we're at the doorstep of this thing.
Notice Jake didn't have time to stand here long enough to listen to hear of, you know, what he could possibly do to prepare himself for the time that we come to.
Yeah,
That's why I heard
the brother said the buzzword Kyrie. He said, I want to hear about Kyrie. So that's the system.
And whatever's buzzing through, you know, mainstream media, Jake is on it.
Kyrie and Kanye.
Kyrie and Kanye, they're gonna automatically hop to it.
Yeah, it stops at the controversy. That's where you know their
They don't
attention
realize
span.
that controversy is going to lead to a decision that they got to make. What side you standing on? You gonna stand with these white people,
Yeah.
or you gonna stand with our people?
They don't understand that it's deeper than them two subjects,
Yeah.
man. The things that we speaking on, and you go into their history, it's heavy. It's all the way back to the creation.
Yep.
You know, the things that are coming.
As we go all the way back to the creation with our story, they go all the way back to the creation. Those two main figures that, what do you say, in the Zonathan figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures.
Yep.
Yeah, we go back from the beginning,
Place of
and we've
judgment.
been running parallel against each other the whole time throughout history. And the end of this race, the end of this fight, is coming to an end.
That battle in the womb
Yep.
is still here today.
We're still
and
battling.
we're still battling, and you know they're in the power seat right now. But hey, we're battling, spiritually battling to dethrone them, and we know what's going to happen. It's just a matter of time.
I love the scripture, the way it analogizes things, right? This man came out first, but when you grab somebody's heel, what does that do? They can't run.
That's all they.
Motherfucker ran out the womb first, so to speak. When we grabbed it, no, it ain't meant for you. But he got to get the power seat because he came out first.
It's like you're
So
pulling
he
him
gotta
down.
come down. There you go.
Down,
And
you
your
know?
heel,
Pull him down.
you can't even move without
Can't
that
go
because your heel, your Achilles.
Yeah,
Man.
that's the whole shit.
And it's beautiful too because we understand that image in Daniel, hey, it's that feet, you know, mixed with that mire and clay,
Yep.
you know, and that rock was thrown at it, man, symbolizing what? Yahweh Shai.
Break them and start at the foot.
Exactly.
If we break off the head or something, it may not, the whole statue may stay up, but if we break that foot, that whole thing,
That's the foundation.
the foundation gonna collapse. And we're collapsing that foundation now. Yep. But anyway, I just brought that, for those that might have been on that.
2 Corinthians 10:4, because it says the weapons.
We'll get it.
Yeah,
He did have it.
that's great. I did have it. Breaking out strongholds.
And you know, when you see Carl Jake around, they always want to come up and talk about what we gonna do. Yeah, now's the time, but we still ain't picking up arms.
Right.
This ain't that kind of fight. This ain't that kind of war. We'll lose that fight, that war all day.
This is 2 Corinthians 10 and 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds.
Time representing that same hill being pulled down.
Yep.
Yeah.
This man's foundation.
Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High.
It's not talking about against the people. It's talking about the knowledge. This is where it starts.
Yeah.
The knowledge and this information and this wisdom is where it really starts.
It's not just like I didn't mean to cut you off, but the more we break down these lies that this devil then sold to the world, the more we're helping to tarnish the image that he set up. Scripture talk about there's an image of the beast.
Yep.
You got the image, and then you have his character, his mark. We're dealing with the image. The image is pretty much, it starts off with the ideologies that pretty much, catapulted the whole planet.
That's right.
This westernization, the ancient Roman way, which goes back to Greece, which goes back to ancient Babylon, which goes back to ancient Egypt, paganism, wickedness. And us basically breaking those things down is likened unto us breaking down an image or an idol. We're breaking down idols in front of Jake and showing you that there's no power in it. Every time you worship it, you're dying. You follow this man and his image, you're following the ways of death.
I just want to add to what you said, because that image that we're breaking down is what's going to make you believe and trust in him to take his mark.
Right.
Exactly.
So if we break up his image, the trust in him to take that ain't going to be there.
Exactly.
And everything that is a part of that image, they're making normalizing. Well, all these things are just normal, where you don't even think about it anymore. You're unconsciously, agreeing with everything that's
submitting.
Unconsciously submitting to everything that the image is a part of. Whether it be homosexuality, transgenderism, the medicine, their pseudosciences, everything that they do is just your mind is already given the okay, and that's submitted to that image. It's like,
I appreciate it. Psalm 73 and we start at 18. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction. How are they brought into desolation as in a moment? They are utterly consumed with terrors, as a dream when one awaketh. So, O Yahweh, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image.
Yeah, when they wake up to the truth, let's say in John, they have 8:32, I think it is. They shall know the truth, and the truth shall make them free. They're waking up out of this and seeing the truth of this man, and they're how did it say it? They would despise the image, this way of life, because they see that it's false, and it's only going to lead to further captivity and destruction.
Kind of like when Nimrod in ancient Babylon, I believe, building that tower, they were doing that same. It was the same thing that's happening right now. Everybody coming together, speaking the same thing, which is everybody getting with the program. Everybody worshiping the image that I set up. Which is anti-Messiah. Basically, at the bottom of this is anti-Messiah. It's anti-righteousness. So yeah, when the Lord finally visits this place, He's gonna find these people setting up that image, and it's the mark. So what the Lord is gonna unleash that wrath on them, man. The Lord's gonna cast these motherfuckers down. You know, He's gonna cast Esau down. Like, hey, we were reading yesterday, I believe. He's gonna erase the memory of Amalek.
Yeah.
That's how much hate the Lord got for these motherfuckers. You know, that's how much hate and indignation He has towards these people. You know, for what they're doing to His creation. You know, at the end of the day, Esau, he should be afraid. He's the one that needs to be afraid. You know, he's the one that's been running from his crimes.
He's the fugitive. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Fugitive and a vagabond.
Yeah,
You know,
Still him.
yeah, he's the one running from all his crimes. So when the Lord finally catches up with them, because he's just been letting him slide, when he finally catches up with them, he's gonna do away with them. Okay?
It's a saying that says you can't hide from yourself because everywhere you go, there you are.
Yep.
And everywhere this devil goes, even if he tries to do good, his wickedness is going to show, and that's happened all throughout the existence of this government. You know,
He's left a trail
yeah,
of crimes and wickedness that he's done. And
like an imprint, like a fingerprint.
yeah,
It's like, damn, okay, Esau was here.
Yeah.
You know, it was corrupt, it was lying. You know, it's stolen identities.
There's democracy here.
Yeah. All of our natural resources from this land have been taken. Yeah, that's an imprint, a fingerprint of Esau.
that's why it's with Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare and uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
It's not, you know, where is this the man? You know, where did he go? One day he was in power, and the next day he's gone. You know, that's exactly what it's going to feel like. You know, the Lord is going to do away with all his descendants once and for all. You know, why? Because through them, that the evil, you know, if they're around, evil is around. Wickedness is being sown on the earth.
Yes, in hell.
Yeah, wherever he's at, you better believe there's high level pedophilia, child trafficking.
Yeah.
All right, children getting groomed.
Yeah.
Heavy drug use. All right, pharmaceuticals, witchcraft.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna see rainbow flags everywhere. Freakism. Everywhere you see him, and he's in power.
Yep.
All the different regions of the world where he dictates the policies and laws and controls the markets. Wickedness is rampant there.
Yep.
All right, war, bloodshed,
Yep.
confusion. Women ruling over men.
God.
Yep.
Only where he's in power.
Right.
Only where he's ruling.
Women are, you know, sluts and hoes, and you know they have liberty to commit adultery in all these places where this devil is, where this devil's pushing the democracy. You know.
I got preaching. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. He's talking about Esau, right? But the just shall live by his faith. That's talking about the hopeful elect. So he also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
Yeah.
So what's the solution for a man like that? You got to do away with him. There's no remedy, you know. There's no remedy. The Lord got to do away with these people, you know, because like the brothers were saying, everywhere they go, death follows. Freakism, you know.
That whole liberal spirit. Like the women over there protesting in Iran. Where do you think they got that spirit from?
From the serpent.
Yeah.
You know.
Social media.
Yeah.
You still reading right, Big Z?
But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. That thick clay goes back to his heavy debt. And his American dollar, that's a debt number. And that's what this whole world fucking, bow down to. That fucking idol, fucking paper money. You know? So the Lord gotta cast that. You gotta cast that out, man.
It's a falsehood. He hates a false balance.
Yeah.
And that dollar, especially the American dollar, is a false balance.
Yeah. They print trillions and trillions of quadrillions of them.
And he never gonna. You say he laid himself with thick clay. That debt, it's a debt that they're never gonna pay off. It's like maxing out all your credit cards and then going bankrupt and doing it over and over again. That's what this devil does all throughout the world. And the way he does it through interest rates. He lends money out in crazy interest rates and keep these countries in debt to him. And only countries that I think the Rothschilds don't got control over is shit. North Korea.
Yeah, ones that don't have the central bank in it.
Iran. And I think it's one more. But I know those two for sure.
That's the main places that they waging war against.
Yeah, waging war, yeah.
Yep. If you read the other translations, this one right here, this is the NASB 20 translation. It says, will all these not take up a song of ridicule against him, even a saying and insinuations against him, and say, woe to him who increases what is not his. For how long it makes himself rich with debts.
Makes himself rich with debts. He puts these nations.
Yeah.
He destroys your nation. He rebuilds it, but now you're in debt to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or he brings in his corporations to your nation, to your land, to trade or to create job opportunities. But in reality, he's looking to put your people in slavery.
Yeah.
In debt to him. That's how he rolls, man. That's how this man gets down. It's the same old pattern. He's been doing it to the whole world, everywhere he goes, and it's finally catching up to him.
Yeah.
He put the bottle to everybody, and now everybody's sobering up. Like, God damn, these motherfuckers took advantage of us.
Yeah.
We always got the shitty deals.
Everybody's yelling me too now.
Gun.
Yeah.
That's who's speaking up right now.
They're me too and Amalek right now.
Yeah.
You done raped the world.
You raped the whole world, man.
And it's just so you use Jake because Jake was the most vulnerable.
Yeah.
We was open to the exploitation. The extortion. Because we was under the curse. You became the head and we had to be the tail, so we had to go to you for the one of all things. You had to lend to us. Anytime we tried to do for ourselves and come up on a level, what happened?
Here's the fucked up part about them lending to us. Meaning we had to go beg them.
Yeah.
Damn, we gotta go beg this damn devil at the bank.
Bro, you know how many
for basic shit.
You know how many loops and shit you gotta go through to buy a house in Esau? Man, that shit is like, they want everything.
They want to know everything.
They want to know everything. And they lend the Edomite money. I seen an old video, brother had posted. They lended an Edomite money for a house, and this nigga didn't even have a job.
Yeah, that's what they were doing back in 2008. 2008, 2007. Crisis.
Recession.
But this is, I'm talking about back like in the 30s and the 40s. These Edomites, they would say, oh, he's gonna get back on his feet. And they lended money for a house. But while Jake would have excellent credit, had a job, Jake had 2 jobs, and they couldn't get money. For to buy a home, just to live. The Esau make it hard for us to even fucking live.
That's because Jake is a prisoner of war. If you look at it, Jake is a prisoner of war. You know, you've been taken captives, and the people who took you captive, they're not going to allow you to be on their level.
You still found your hands.
You know, they're not going to make it a fair race. It's been unfair since shit started, since America was built. It's been unfair.
Yeah.
Hey, that's in was that Isaiah where it says and none saith restore. Isaiah, either it's no, I think it's Jeremiah 50 and 33 where it says Judah and Israel were oppressed together. Somebody get that real quick.
None say restore, right?
Here it is. Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Hold on. Start up at 31.
31. Jeremiah 50 and 30. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord. Behold, I am against thee. I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all around about him. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon.
Now, real quick, you know, because the main part was verse 33. And then the brother also, he found a verse that I was actually looking for. But to deal with that verse, when you look up oppress, right? The word oppress in the Hebrew is ishak, and it says to press upon, oppress, violate, defraud,
Yep.
do violence, get deceitfully, wrong, extort.
Yep.
And it says down here to be exploited, be crushed.
And they actually made films about our exploitation. Yeah, they was talking shit to our women. They put all that up. We wasn't doing that shit that was in them 70s black movies. We wasn't doing that pimping
and all that shit.
Yeah, bitch, I told you. They wasn't doing all that shit back then. Not to that level. The drug head niggas were. The rest of them wasn't. Yeah. And now that we're coming out of that, we're still
but you see how the how can I say this, the pattern.
Yep.
You see 70s, that black exploitation shit. Then what happened in the 80s? The whole crack shit. You know, then the 90s, the gangster rap shit, and you know, so forth and so forth. You know, Jake is just, Esau has found a new way.
He fagged Jake out in the
to destroy our people, man.
He fabricated AIDS.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Use
We can't forget
Magic
about that
Johnson.
one.
Was a nigga was the face of HIV.
Jake is the face of STDs.
These were all mechanisms that keep you down and suppressed. It was to keep you from, you know, meeting your excellency. They only consult to cast you down from your excellency. Because they know that, you know, once Jake, you know, when Jake is in their right mind, if Jake come together and use their head, Jake will come up on a level real quick. Yeah. Because we're the Lord designed us to be better than everybody else.
And that happened after the slaves were free. Jake started to pop. Jake started to bubble. Jake started to, you know, they was fucking governors, mayors, and sheriffs, and they started to have their own shit.
Jake was a Republican at first.
Yeah.
Conservative.
They were conservative. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, how you fuck up the small hats? Just take all your Federal Reserves out the bank. Just take it all out.
But everybody got to do it though.
Everybody got to do it.
Like they stick together. We need to stick. I mean, but you know that's a small. That ain't going. This is what's gonna do it.
Right.
But that would fuck with their head if But we could never get enough Jake to do that.
They're gonna come down with the sword.
And if they did, what would they do? it would collapse that dollar faster than ever. So all that money that Jake took out wouldn't be worth shit. You know, that's how this devil works. That's how this devil keeps control of everything. You know,
and he needs us to be a part of his system. In order for his wealth to continue to flourish, he has to have people that he can continue to exploit.
Right.
So
Continue to benefit and capitalize from. That's why the prophecy said, and he will not. Basically, we're still going to be found in their hand. He doesn't want us to go. He don't want you Negroes and Hispanics and natives. He don't want. If you was to stop participating in his system and separated yourself like we did in the ancient world, these motherfuckers they shit would collapse quick.
He needs slaves.
He needs his slaves. A king needs subjects. He needs workers. Con. So as long as we're in that situation, you won't be able to come up. He's gonna be over you.
Absolutely.
The stranger that is within, he shall come up above thee
And very high.
and thou shalt be brought very low. And guess what? It's gonna be rigged like that. The system is rigged that way. The Most High pretty much set that dynamic. He put that curse on us.
It is. When I was talking about Jake coming out of slavery, we talking about the curse. Not even, I think it was the election of 1878 or something. It was almost like a dead heat election. And what? It went to the vote, and it basically, you had National Guards in the South protecting Jake. And I think the Democrats said, we'll give you the election, but you got to take them National Guards away from protecting them niggas. As soon as they did that, Jake started catching hell. Because the Republicans got the election, but Jake got I said they were becoming prominent in the communities. Jake got even worse. We always talk about it was more lynchings after slavery than actually during slavery. So it's we could all come together as a people, but we under the curses. So no matter what happens, we all could have our own little what was that town they blew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma? Was it Black Wall Street? We can have Black Wall Streets in every major city in America, but eventually it's gonna come to naught because it's not of Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, it's not of this truth. It wasn't ordained by the Heavenly Father. We're not supposed to grow here. And that's what Jake's problem is. Jake is trying to grow here and prosper here in America, like nigga, Shaq, 50 Cent, all you niggas is still captive. You niggas still got passports and driver's license. You niggas still gotta pay taxes. These Rothschilds, these motherfuckers ain't paying no taxes. They not waking up.
They gonna pay themselves?
Right. They not waking up, thinking, oh, I forgot to do this, I got to do this, and they don't have a care in the world. You niggas still got to look over your shoulder, worried about a nigga robbing you, worried about it. You think they got an alarm in their house?
Right.
Niggas ain't got no alarm. You niggas got alarms in your house.
10 miles to the gate, to the front door, from the gate of their
We still under the captivity. I don't care how high
a
Jake think they done made it.
Right.
That's just something that these niggas can't they can't deal with.
They can't grab the concept.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Like prisoners of war. You're not gonna get treated
right
fair.
Hey, no, come on to the big house and chill with me in my living room.
You're
get a room in the mansion.
Hey, Jake is in the land of their enemies, taken as enemy combatants, man.
Servants.
And when you're taken as an enemy combatant, you're made to serve. And the treatment is harsh. So it's plain to see, but hey, it's been so long that our people they just forgot. They forgot. They've been docile.
Acts 1 and 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth. For the Lord has spoken, I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel,
What is that?
Isaiah.
He said Acts, huh?
Yeah, Acts 1 and 2.
I thought he said Acts.
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
No, but this is Isaiah.
Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider.
Keep going.
Our sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity.
Our people don't even think about the faults that they're routinely committing on a daily basis against the higher power, our Heavenly Father. And why they're in the condition they're in, they just think this is how it's supposed to be. Think if you are obese, or you know, if you change your ways, you cannot be obese.
And just like Jake was right here, we was talking. He was standing there for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Until this brother said Kyrie.
Now, what you say? They did right. They did wrong.
He was talking for like 20 minutes, bringing out scriptures.
Didn't hear nothing but that one
buzzword.
What's that other that sound bite?
Yeah.
He caught his sound bite. That now I'm gonna take that to the arguments I have about it, and then I'm gonna go home. Or at the bar or whatever the hell, you know. Barbershop. Yeah.
All sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers.
Yep.
Children that are corrupters, they have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger.
And it's crazy how seed of evildoers outnumbers the righteous in our nation.
Yeah.
Some bunch of badass kids that's just out there to just bring hell on our people.
Hey, and as a nation, it says that we provoked the Lord, you know. So it was righteous that He set over us the most wicked men on the earth.
Yep.
You know, because our transgressions and the way we dealt with the Heavenly Father, we pretty much, like, it sounds bad, but we pretty much spit in His face, man. You know, like the things that our people do, man, on a daily basis, is just straight up wickedness, man. And so it is righteous that He put over us a wicked, evil ruler, man, to punish us. You know, to shoot us down, gun us down on the streets. You know, to put crack cocaine in our neighborhoods, to put us in the worst living conditions, you know, to come up with different devices to destroy us, and put rap music, gangster music, and all this wicked shit that He pushes out. Because as a nation, the things that we've done to offend the Lord they require that kind of punishment. You know, they do.
They are going away backward. Why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart is faint. From the sole of the foot even to the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and petrifying sores.
Talk about a battered and bruised woman.
Yeah.
She's dealing with all type of psychological issues. She's just all messed up from the head down to her feet.
Beat on her.
You know, but she did that to herself.
Kind.
You know, playing the whore, being unfaithful. Went and started dealing with all these other men, and they abused and beat the brakes off of her. You know, that's how the Lord likened them to his people.
Yep.
Because Israel is supposed to be His woman.
Yep.
You know, but she kept, you know, basically kept trying to play her husband, and thought, you know, there was, you know, the grass is greener, and went out there and figured it out for herself.
Yeah, kind. Shit ain't sweet.
Shit ain't that sweet. And that's what happens when you make other nations gods, your God. You get to practicing their customs.
Yep.
You know, when you sacrifice to devils. All right? When you know, veer off from keeping His commandments and his statutes. You know? That's what happens. You could have been sitting on top of the world, all right? Nations under your feet. Sitting on thrones. You know, in control.
All you have to do is act right.
All you have to do is just act right, man.
They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. Your country is desolate. Your cities are burned with fire. Your land, strangers devoured in your presence. And
how many times had a heathen came into our land and ransacked it? Left it in ruins. Went into our temple and took all the sacred vessels and holy things that was consecrated to the Lord.
Yeah.
You know, homes destroyed, our women snatched out, our children snatched out. You know, bloodshed.
That happened over there. That happened here in America.
Yeah.
Look what happened to Gad, so-called Native Americans. What did Esau do to them? Same thing they did in 70 AD. They did in during the Babylon. The Antiochus Epiphanes did. You know, just ran.
American War.
Just ran in there. You know, fuck Jacob when they was sleeping. You know, they didn't care if it was kids or your grandmother, your grandfather. That's how this devil gets down. That's how this devil has always gotten down. That's what these niggas don't realize. He can't change. Esau can't have a change of heart. He can't do good. He can't do righteousness.
It's a leopard.
Can't change the spots.
Can change the spots.
The Ethiopian is sin. Neither those that are accustomed to do evil good.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. If they're accustomed to do evil, they can't. That's why a lot of the 2/3 just got to get wiped out.
Yeah.
Y'all got it.
It's good white folks.
And is desolate and overthrown by strangers. And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in the vineyard, and as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city. Except the Lord of hosts had left us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
Yep. Except the Lord had protected us, we would have been ran through and destroyed and desolate. Yeah. Showing you that's the only reason why we're barely hanging on now, as a nation. But that's why also that remnant is waking up and they'll be protected while the undesirables will get wiped off.
Yep.
You have something, brother?
I guess I could read it. This is Jeremiah 30 and verse 12. Because we're going back to Isaiah 1 where it talks about the putrefying sores and the bruise.
Yeah.
So Jeremiah 30 and 12 it says, "For thus saith the Lord, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bounded up. Thou hast no healing medicines."
Hey, that means what we gotta do. The Lord gotta amputate the 2/3.
Yeah, God.
It's gonna destroy the whole body.
What does it say? Well, lest they be
Converted.
converted and healed.
Because how do you heal a nation that's been through what Israel's been through without the Lord actually healing us
God.
himself? How do you heal that? The trauma,
Yeah.
the generational trauma, all the death,
Yeah.
you know, the destruction, all the oppression. How do you heal that? Ain't nothing can heal that, bro.
Pretty much have to destroy and rebuild it.
You know?
Yeah.
But only the Lord, through His Word, He can heal that. You know?
And
Says-
it's symbolically was the miracles of Him healing certain. I was trying to heal a certain men in that time. Yeah.
It says, "All thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not, for I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased.
Yep.
Why criest thou for thine affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased. I have done these things unto thee."
So the Lord met us with a measure of judgment according to our iniquities as a nation. You know, everything that happened unto us as a nation was it was rightfully done. You know,
The Lord, and going back to the beginning, when the Lord had Moses, you know, come down and pass down the law to us, we were the Lord made that covenant with us, you know, by sacrifice, and it came with terms of agreement. These are the terms of the agreement. If you keep this contract, if you keep what I ask of you, according to this agreement, hey, you gonna have the world. You're gonna dwell quietly in your land. You're gonna prosper. Your land is gonna be blessed. You're gonna have all the resources. You're in the fertile crescent.
Yeah.
You're in the best of the land on earth. You know, the nations will respect you, your wisdom. Like during the time of Solomon when they came to hear his wisdom. You know, that's how you would have it if you be obedient and keep this end of the contract.
Yep.
But if you don't follow the agreements of these terms, this is what I'm gonna do to your ass.
That's what happened.
Simple. So it was simple and it was fair. We agreed to it. Huh?
And the Lord kicked us out, and He sent us off with nothing.
Yeah, kind.
You know,
Send us off with them curses. Take this with you.
He pretty much gave us a bill of divorce. You know, and sent us off. All right, you know, go to your lovers.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can save you from my hand. You know.
That's in the scripture that the brother read, laden with iniquity. That word laden goes into being rich or abundant with iniquities. So because we was abundant in those iniquities, the Lord abundantly poured those curses upon us.
Kind. It reminds me of cause when you said laden, it's like a kitchen utensil called a ladle. It's basically like a big ass spoon that you pour soup with. It's like, and when you like cook, like think of basting, how you continuously pour that butter over that steak or that lamb. That's exactly what the Lord do. He just continue to pour that juice over us, so to speak, the curse over us, man.
Yep. Jake is laden with iniquity, man.
Yep.
You just look at Jake. You know, the energy that's on Jake, they're filled with iniquity, man.
Yep.
You know, Jake just, mass murdering each other in the street, and your enemy ain't even gotta do shit. Ain't even gotta do nothing. You niggas do it well. You do it to yourself.
All the enemy does is supply you with the devices to kill yourself. Whether it be the guns, the weed, the drugs, you know?
Yeah.
And then accuse you to the Heavenly Father. Like, look at these people. These niggas can't be the chosen people. These niggas in spicks, look at them. They kill themselves. They use drugs. You know, their women commit adultery.
What?
And they exploit it because what do? They put that shit right smack dead on every news broadcast. Another shooting down here, another rapper died.
Yeah.
You know, this person died.
Put a spotlight on it.
Yeah, they put a spotlight so the whole world could see. Because when Jake leaves, the whole world perceives Jake how they see him on TV. So if you go somewhere in another place in the world, they see you.
Going off American TV.
They going off American TV.
Scared of you.
Yeah, they're scared of you. They think, all of us play basketball or some football or rap or entertain. You go overseas, you just, I know you. Like, no, I'm not none of that shit.
LeBron James.
All right, since you said that, you say all eyes is upon Jake, right?
Okay.
This is Micah 7. It's like it. This is Micah. It's like Micah 4 and 11. It says, "Now also many nations are gathered against thee, that say, let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion."
Let it be defiled.
Let them be defiled and let our eye look upon Zion.
Right.
Let's look upon these niggas while they're just totally just they're in their uncleanness.
Not help them. Let's not help these people. Let's not, provide.
We're not gonna tell them, hey, you're the Lord's chosen people. Hey, y'all should get right. This is y'all. They're not about to do that. Because they know what time it is. They know what that means if we actually come back and repent to our powers. They're actually fearful when we do that. Huh? They will not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. Revelation. Yeah, man. Let our eye look upon Zion. Let's look upon them. Just as long as these niggas are killing each other. And committing adultery. And tap dancing and cooning. Being a damn minstrel show.
That's what is glorified.
That's how they want to see you. They want to see you niggas doing that, man.
Yep.
They love how Jake be on these housewives and shit.
Oh hell
They
yeah.
love that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Arguing
They-
nigga women and shit.
And they make that shit they go like that. It's not like, you gotta understand, when they put Jake on the TV shows and shit, they promote that, they want them to be niggas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, regular life is fucking boring. It ain't that shit you see on TV. Like, motherfuckers go in there, make them some food, sit down and watch TV, or it's regular shit. What are these niggas?
Small talking.
These niggas is arguing about stupid shit.
Dumb shit.
Dumb shit. But they put it on there, you see it on the VH1s, NTVs, they polarize that shit like, and what do? They show some niggas about to fight and go to commercial.
Yeah.
So keep you watching.
Now, it was something that I seen years ago before the Truth Evil, with that show, The Real World.
Yeah.
Right? On that show, know what they did? They purposely chose certain people to be on that show.
Yeah.
Then they chose another people to be on a personality type to be on another show. And they would put the two that they knew through science
Bump heads.
that was gonna bump heads, they put them in situations where they would have to bump heads. And they knew who was prone to do certain things, and if they just throw this element in there, like alcohol, that it was gonna blow up into another situation. And when they wouldn't show the footage, they'd always keep the camera rolling, but they wouldn't show the footage when they was chatting and talking.
Yeah.
As soon as somebody's opinion got out of control,
Or someone
and the passion
said,
kicked
or
up,
someone said some shit about
Triggering
somebody. You know,
Boom.
they could have been
Boom.
they could have been in the other room and
Yeah.
said it, but it's on camera. So, hey, look what so and so said, and they start shit,
now
man.
I'm telling you, I got one. This is Lamentations 2.
Jake keep the world entertained.
Man,
That's
Yeah,
what they're
go ahead,
following.
They keep the world entertained with their bullshit, man. It's being simple, just being niggas.
Yep.
Yeah.
The world, these nations, especially they get a kick out of niggas just being, how they being niggas.
Yeah.
Man. They love that shit.
I love a nigga that can jump from the free throw line.
Yeah.
That can shoot from 3 and do all this other shit. Because if he's focusing on that, he's not focusing on
The fight.
his higher power. Right.
right.
This is Lamentations chapter 2, verse 15. It says, all that pass by clap their hand at thee. I'm talking about all the nations, right? They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee, right? They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we looked for. You said they were looking on us, right?
Actually, it's one in this first chapter, so I'll get it.
We have found, we have seen it. And they were looking at us to see our folly, to see how destroyed we were.
Oh my God.
That was the point.
I got one. Shit.
I can read the other
I got one.
Okay.
Yeah, why you think, who owns World Star right now? Right, it's probably a small hat. Huh?
Yeah.
Most
Jake,
definitely.
Jake used to own it, a Nigerian Jake.
And then he got killed.
They killed
Yeah,
him
they
off.
killed him.
They killed him.
They said, nigga, this is too valuable for us. We gotta take over this. We need this. Give me that. Let me get it out off. No, you can't buy it from me. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it by
They
something.
knew exactly what they was doing with a platform like that.
If I'm not
We
mistaken.
finna showcase these niggas.
Yep.
And when you go into the comments,
Yeah.
every time a video of some nigga shit happening, you read the comments, bunch of fucking Edomites and all type of people talking shit about Jake,
Yep.
Canes.
mocking you,
Yep.
calling you by your bywords and so on and so forth, man. You know?
Hey, Jake always fall into the snare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time.
Always.
They walk right in, they led to the slaughter
Always,
every
bro.
time.
Every time.
Ooh, what's this? Oh, shit.
It shows you when you read them comments, everybody's watching you niggas, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your behavior is showcased to the whole world. That's why the world doesn't respect you. You don't carry yourself
How
with
could
the
they be the
royalty
chosen people?
that you don't carry yourself with the royalty and value that you're supposed to have as the chosen nation.
But, as in Deuteronomy, it will be a sign on thee forever
Come.
that these curses will be on us, and that's part of what you putting that platform out there, showcasing and highlighting. That's part of proving that we are the chosen people, though.
Yeah. I mean, you think about it, it's part of the reason why a lot of people will find it laughable that we're the chosen people.
Right.
Because you read about how in the ancient world, how, you know, we had a certain conduct about ourselves. We had laws, we had boundaries, we had certain guidelines we went by, how we dealt with each other, you know. We had structure, everything that we had, you read about the scriptures about these people, and then you look at our people today, these people are super far removed from that. Complete opposite of that. So you would think like, man, that's what Lamentations 2, you mean to tell me these are the people? This is the city that you call perfection of beauty. Look at these motherfuckers. They're super dysfunctional. They're bugged out. They're emotional. They don't know how to retain knowledge like that. They got low comprehension skills. They got low attention span. They you know, that's what, and that's what motivated Esau to create that pseudo science. That's scientific racism that he brought up.
What is it?
That we have the low IQ,
The Darwinism shit.
that Darwinism shit.
Yeah.
You know?
See these two dots in the back of this what's his skull from Django? That was part of that science that he was pushing out.
And that was all done to dehumanize you.
Yeah.
Just like to this day, he dehumanizes you. He thinks that you can take all type because you're physically superior. So that means that you're designed to take pain. Nothing can really hurt you.
Emotionally awesome.
And emotionally. So we could do we could dehumanize you, do all type of things to you. You know, we could sexually exploit you, like, you know.
Emotional abuse, verbal abuse.
Yeah.
You take all this as being a Jake.
Yeah.
This is Jeremiah 50:6. It says, "My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have
talking about your leaders.
They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place." It says, "All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, 'We offend not,' because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers."
That's why I like in Ezekiel 35, it said when their iniquity had an end. It's supposed, okay, yeah, we fucked up, but our punishment was supposed to be over at a certain amount of time. And you forwarded the affliction after that point.
That's part of the reason why they
they
speak wickedly concerning oppression. You know, because they're saying, man, they deserve it.
Well, it's true.
You know,
but not this far.
Yeah, they took it. They're taking it a step too far.
You know, the affliction.
If I've heard this before, if 1865 when we were supposed to come out of captivity, it's fucking 2020 something now. Who the fuck you gonna let us out? Our sentence is over.
That mind's never not.
Especially
when they put that digital rock on your ass.
That's set to never let you go.
Yeah, unless you die.
Yeah.
I had a
even then they might try to keep you alive.
Lamentations 1:21. They have heard that I sigh. There is none to comfort me. All my enemies have heard of my trouble. They are glad that thou hast done it. Thou wilt bring the day that thou hast called, and they shall be like unto me. Let all their wickedness come before thee, and do unto them as thou hast done unto me for all my transgressions, for my sighs are many, and my heart is faint.
Let me pick back up in that second chapter real quick. Verse 17.
Real quick though. Because that last verse is vital, because what he's saying is basically what I'll have to suffer because of the curses, because of what our people sinning, let these conditions be upon my enemies. Let them be like unto me. Let them take my place. Let them experience your wrath. You know? That's what that's going into. Deuteronomy 30 and 7.
Come.
And that's why, you know, they hate to trade places with us, man. Especially the small hats.
They even hate the fact that that's in the scriptures, we bring that out. They hate that when we bring out this history of how they done us. They want to just sweep it under the rug and act like it's ancient history. Well,
hey, there's no new thing under the sun. So those things that they've done to us in the past, they're doing them now. You know? You have the script right.
Oh, yeah, well, I had Lamentations again. 20, so like the second chapter in the 17th verse. So the Lord hath done that which he had devised. He hath fulfilled his word that he had commanded in the days of old. Talking about back in Deuteronomy. He said he would do this to us if we went to, you know, if we didn't keep our end of the bargain, like you said, right? It says, he hath thrown down and have not pitied. He has caused thine enemies to rejoice over thee. He has set up the horn of thine adversaries. The strength of the adversaries over us. Okay, he has set that up, and now we're just on the bottom. When you go to the second Esdras is asking, how long will this go on? If the enemies will have a place in the world, we don't. How long is this going to endure? We're your favorite, your firstborn, your fervent lover, and all of this. Well, what are you going to change this situation for us? Well, we're at the door of that, but it comes with faith. You got to have faith with it.
God said that too. We're going to avenge, you know, our blood.
Yeah.
You know, the righteous cry out.
That was second episode.
Yeah, that's their purpose.
That was.
I had something in Daniel 9 and 12. And he hath confirmed his words, which he spoke against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us great evil. For under the whole heaven has not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem. That's in Daniel 9 and 12. That was group 3. We're still this day in our captivity. Okay, I get it. Because ain't nothing. Jacob's had it the worst, bro. Ain't none of these nations have gone through this. You know, I like people. Oh, these people went into slavery. These people went into slavery. We went into slavery, and we're still dealing with the repercussions till this day.
We ain't been out of captivity or slavery since King Solomon was on there.
Right.
Yeah.
Stop. You know what I mean?
That's over 2,000 years.
It's like
3,000, yeah.
It's a long time, bro.
You know, you see these other nations, they at least got some type of heritage.
Yeah,
They got a land. You know, we don't got, even the Northern Kingdom, the Northern Kingdom don't got shit. They're calling themselves after the name of those lands, which were named by the so-called white man. So what do you really have? Because the so-called white man came down there and basically took all the resources from those lands.
And some of the most ignorant people in the world come from the northern tribe, man.
Yeah.
Just totally ignorant. They don't know a damn thing. All they know is folly. You know?
I'm Colombian.
Yeah.
I'm El Salvador. Colombia comes from Columbus. El Salvador means the savior, which they got from fucking Christianity. You know how they enslaved and tamed you jakes down there.
How they captain of the ship.
Yeah. I said yeah.
I don't know.
That's it's simple.
There's Leviticus 26 and 15. It says, and if ye shall despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that ye will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant, it says, I will also do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror.
Terror.
I will appoint terror over you. That's fucked up. Hey, anybody met anybody that ever had night terrors? You got no night, it's like nightmares, like deathly nightmares. Sometimes they scare you so bad that people have a heart attack and they sleep and die. It's the Freddy Krueger shit, basically, right? You meet somebody that's going through that, like when they're going through it, they're frightened to even like it's a Freddy Krueger shit. They don't want to go to sleep, and their body needs it. So they go into like narcolepsy and all this other shit, man.
That's what Yahweh Shah brought upon the Egyptians
Right.
Yeah.
in, you know,
Yeah.
in Wisdom of
But-
Solomon.
But the point I'm making is our people live with that now.
Right, right.
We got
Curse going, what it say?
they're walking PTSDs,
Yeah.
post-traumatic stress disorder amongst our whole nation.
I got some. You have these
I'm
things?
sure that's
It says,
And that goes back to the curse. That goes back to when it says, chariot.
Yeah, I think that's the
I think it might be Jerry.
It's in there.
But going back to the curse, where it says it talks about sorrow of the mind,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not having assurance of your life.
That's what I was doing too.
That's post-traumatic
So
syndrome.
hold that, Bob. So let me read this. This is brother brought it up. This is I was no. I was 65. This is Deuteronomy 28:65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night. A terror, I will appoint terror over you, right? And shall have no assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were evening. In the evening thou shalt say, would God it were morning. For the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see.
Kind of goes into what we were talking about the nightmare shit.
Yeah.
It's like, man,
If I'm woke, I'm living in a nightmare. If I go to sleep, I got night terrors about what tomorrow could bring or
Yeah.
what's happening in my dreams.
We just can't even sleep.
Just can't get no rest.
Real quick, this Sirach 40, at verse 2, it says, their imagination of things to come and the day of death trouble their thoughts and cause fear of heart.
Fear of the mind.
Read that again?
It says their imagination of things to come and the day of death trouble their thoughts and cause fear of heart.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we want to play it off like things is all good, and it ain't, man. It's so far from it. Because really, hey, any Jake that you see in life, they are stressed the fuck out underneath the facade that's on top. Whether you got money, whether you're broke, you got troubles. It may be different troubles, different worries,
Yeah.
but nonetheless, you're scared at any moment all this could be taken, or you know, you never don't have hope that something good comes.
shit, you
It's
afraid
always
you
bad.
about losing your job?
Yeah.
yeah, there's always some, hey,
Jake,
it's-
I had dreams like that.
there's always some shit.
I done fucked up somewhere.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting called into the office and shit.
Shit feel real.
Bro, you had
Calling all the
That
company.
fear of losing your damn job.
bro, you had
Think about
the
that.
dreams where you was late for work
Yeah,
and you was like, oh fuck, I'm late, man. You waking up 2 hours early and shit, man.
I've had dreams where I woke up and like 5 o'clock p.m. thinking I'm late for work,
yeah.
and I don't work till next fucking day, or I'm off or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. One of our coworkers called me on my off day and he woke me up out of my sleep. Oh shit!
I'm late.
What they want to do? I was all nervous and shit, heart all pumping.
Yeah.
I was like, you all go to sleep. Don't answer that phone. Go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Just get some rest. Turn them alarms off on the off day. Like hell no.
Right.
I got shit, you know.
Yeah.
They can't afford not to be on point. They gotta, you know, stay focused to keep this from crumbling under.
Yeah.
That's a worry that we live with, man. The shit sucks, man. And that's why it's gonna be such appreciated in the kingdom of heaven. We ain't gonna worry about there ain't gonna be no alarm. We gonna wake up like,
Like-
yes,
Rest.
birds singing.
Like coming to America, you
Coming
supposed to
to
wake up
America,
with an
man.
orchestra,
Yeah.
man.
Soft, start off nice and soft.
Yeah.
Man, all that.
Shit, you wake up in this
Rejoicing in
bitch,
their
man.
beds.
Kind, bro.
Wake up and
Let
to
the
the
saints
royal
rejoice in their
penis is
beds.
clean. You know, all that, man.
We ain't gonna have the same bodies.
Yeah,
Right.
kind.
So I'm thinking as a man, like we gonna sleep on the Sabbath.
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'll take it. I'll
We
go
don't have
with
the
that.
same body, so.
Yeah, I can do a bunch of shit forever. I got the lot of
We just probably gonna sleep only after we get done. That's probably the only time we don't really sleep. And of course outside the Sabbath.
Okay.
You know, the Sabbath we gonna rest and sleep in. Yeah, outside of that, man.
Hey.
What we got? What's what they go to sleep for?
It's a good 24 hours right there, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's only 20.
Traveling other planets and shit.
Yeah.
No, I got something. You can actually go into yours first if you want. Mine is here. I got Isaiah 14. Read something.
I'll just get to that straight to the point. This is Hebrews 13 and verse 14. It says, "For here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come." You know, and hey, in this world, we're not gonna find any rest.
Yeah.
We're not gonna find the rest not the rest that we're looking for.
And with that curse and with these jakes that aren't in the truth, like really in the truth with the faith of it, they're worried about this life.
Yeah.
They're looking for this life to turn around and get better. Hey man, this life is over, bro. My knees are shot. I got nothing to look forward to athletically. You know,
Legs
I got.
and feet is all jacked up.
I don't.
But
look
yeah, you got to
forward
go to your job and stand
Bro,
another
stand
8, 9, 10 hours.
Yeah.
on all day.
On them.
You know.
That's real terror, you know. That's the terror of the Lord. What He brought upon us as a nation, man, that's real terror, you know.
Yeah.
What He did to us, we pretty much became like His enemies, man.
Yeah.
And so He treated us like one, you know. What He did, our enemies were able to do to us because we lost that protection.
Yeah.
That's real terror, you know.
And we took it for granted too, though. You know, so we did deserve it, but the condition of what He did is
It's
fucked up.
messed up. Yeah,
Every
that's,
level,
you know.
because He had every wonderful level for us if we just did right. So how fitting, and that's what that He laid out the contract. As the brother said earlier, He laid that contract out. If you do this, everything's gonna be wonderful. If you don't, everything's gonna be fucked up for you. And we're living out that fucked up situation. I want to read that one in the 46th verse. It said, after I might still have, yep, my finger is still here. Deuteronomy 28 verse 46. They shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. These follow us. So Shaq, yeah, you got money, but you still under the curses, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charles, you under the curse. Everybody that got a little something that's trying to hold on to this, Jay-Z, you name all these people, Oprah, they all still under the curse.
They're all controlled. You know?
And that's worse. You gotta bow down. This motherfucker just cut your contract over some shit that you know that he didn't like that you said or did behind closed doors, not publicly. So he canceled your show. But you can't speak out about the injustices of it.
That dude, he should have never. Shaq.
Shaq.
He should have never really
Shaq.
said nothing because it's already coming out that you have an association with Israelites.
Yeah,
There's a picture of you with True Nation in a restaurant, and then the dude Ron Doughton, who did that documentary that everybody's talking about. You aired it at one of your theaters.
Yep.
in Newark, New Jersey.
Hypocrite ass nigga, bro.
Hypocrite. So now it's either now that you got found out, either you gonna take a stand and follow the route that Kyrie did,
Yeah.
or they gonna put the scope on your ass, and you gonna fucking prostrate yourself and bend over with your 7-foot coward ass.
We talked about that.
You gonna bend over and get buck broke and get fucked with no Vaseline in front of the world.
And Esau loves that because a big Jake like that to break him down.
Yeah.
That Esau's like,
That's right.
You know they're gonna be in his face. Like, so you believe that stuff too?
Yeah.
We heard what you said about Kyrie, but what is all this?
What is your stance now?
What's your stance now? Do you believe that? That's your faith. That's
To do that, they gotta slap Jeff Bezos on the hand, though. Really?
yeah.
If they slap Jeff Bezos on the wrist, they coming from Jackson.
Yeah.
They're gonna do that to a lot of Jakes, where they're gonna ask Jake, what do you think about that Kyrie situation? What do you think about it? And then they gotta either say, oh, I'm against hate speech and this, and which the majority of them are. But Esau, the media, of course, they control the shit. They gonna see who's on their side. It's demonic, man.
Yeah.
I thought it was a fuel shortage, bro. That's straight gas.
Yeah, well, thanks. I'll read this one now, unless somebody else got something. This is Isaiah chapter 14. I'm gonna start at verse 1, and I'm reading this because we can see the end of this shit coming, man. And this is what our people should be looking to when they talk about Kyrie and Ye and all of this. You should be looking at this as the start of the ending of this man that's over you. And this is where we have to look forward to. This is a prophecy I'm about to read. We have this to look forward to.
That'd be beautiful.
So anyway, Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. Wait. The people, aren't they in the land already?
Yeah.
Clearly ain't them, right?
And the Lord didn't set them in the land.
Thank you.
The
Balfour.
The Balfour Declaration did.
Yeah.
With the help of the Rothschilds.
Yeah.
You know, England.
Lord
They
Balfour.
defeated when they defeated Germany. They was like, all right, y'all can get the land now.
It says, and the strangers shall be joined.
Where did it say that the children of Israel was going to come out of the caves and
Right.
then inherit the land of Israel?
We're gonna colonize down through Europe.
They're going to come out of the
spread
clefts of the
typhus
rocks.
and cholera everywhere. They're gonna go through this thing in Germany, and then they're gonna end up in the land.
They're gonna go through this thing in the bottomless pit.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, when did that happen?
Yeah.
But we know, but the scriptures did talk about them being in
Coming out the bottomless pit, but it didn't say shit
when
about
they
them.
came out,
Yeah.
they were loose for a little season. That's in there, but they didn't say that they was gonna come out. And then now we're
We're in the kingdom now.
Yeah.
We're the chosen. We're the Jews.
A lot is missing in there, and that's why they said it. And Kyrie said it, right? You want to hide something from a black person, put it in the book. That's why they don't want you niggas reading. This is why they don't want us reading, because the Spirit will come upon us when we begin to read this book, and we will expose you for everything that you've done and for all your falsehoods and lies. If we have the book of truth, you don't want that read, not by the people that need truth. You know? It says, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. We ain't even over there. Yeah, we ain't even over there serving them like that. We over here serving them. We ain't over there like that. But when we get in there after all the prophecies line up, that's when they're gonna be over there being the position that they should be in.
Right. Being
as
base.
servants. Yep. It says, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. Who made us serve that?
Rest from the curses.
Right. That's Right.
We're gonna be at rest from, you know, busting our ass every day. Clocking in and clocking out and shit.
Yep. Damn, I'm a minute late.
Yeah, worrying about if you're gonna make it on time. I gotta call in.
Yeah. Tell them I'm gonna be late.
Let them
15
know
minutes.
I'm gonna be late and shit.
Fucking construction's going on. Fuck.
Right.
I didn't
Yeah.
account for that.
Right.
Oh damn, an accident on the freeway. I didn't account for that.
Right.
Just so to escape that, you gotta give up more of your personal free time.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's
You gotta-
fucked up.
Yeah.
You don't get paid from the time you travel from your house
Nope.
to over there.
Right.
So that's, you know, you figure some brothers from the work and the home, that's an hour
Yeah.
of your time. That's fucking gone.
Yeah.
That you don't get paid for.
Yeah.
You know?
That's coming out your pocket. That's gas.
Yep.
More wear and tear on your vehicle.
There's maintenance on that.
Put inflation on top of that. Everything's going up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you think you making, say you making $25 an hour, that $25 is really 20
Yep.
and really 15 when they taking out taxes and shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
So looking at it now,
Yeah.
you back at the power. I made 25. I'm about to make it. You at the poverty line, nigga. At it.
Yeah, the more you make, the more they take.
Yeah.
You know?
That was-
Getting
that was
attached to
kind of-
death. You know, by these damn freaking parasites. These leeches, you know?
Are you guys Muslims?
No, we're not.
Have you ever seen Muslims do this?
I don't know.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Okay, Spot.
They ain't never seen Muslims wear garments like this. Stand up.
That's how simple these people are.
That's one of them strongholds too. If they doing something that looks in order, you gotta be Muslim. I wasn't even gonna explain that shit to this kid.
I want to ask somebody that because you see Muslims wearing this, okay? You ain't never seen Muslims wearing garments.
They got bow ties.
Reading out of the Bible.
Bow ties, not the Quran, bow ties and suits. Is what you see.
Yeah, with a booty face.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. We gonna wrap up. All right. With that, we're gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh.
Power by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwadash.
The one to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the tabernacle of David, the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
Still nice.